The piss? The cat pissed on my bed and I had to fucking wash the whole thing. Especially when she did on the mattress as
Nah,
well.
just wash your pilly, mate. Fucking hell.
Burn it and get a new one.
Yes, at this point.
That's what I did when Rollo was sick.
What?
I've got a new toothy.
Well,
I mean,
Rollo's sick of your shit then. What the fuck? Rollo's an angel. Leave him alone. Him.
Yeah, well,
It's them.
2 years ago it was sick. It was peeing everywhere. So I got a new toothy, and then it was banned from the bedroom for like a year.
Did that happen to be the one that you gave me to sleep on the couch with?
No, I
Yes.
told you I'd throw it away. It went straight to the bin.
Sure.
The one you used to sleep on the couch was the one that your brother used to use in the house.
Oh no.
You know what that means.
No, I don't. What does it mean?
It means it belonged to Norman.
Yeah, but what does that mean?
You know, fuck knows how many whores he had on it.
Oof.
Oof.
Ooh,
She went there.
Jesus, man.
Big
She
yikes.
went there.
Domestic on the horizon.
Oof.
Alright. So last time, you guys were coming hot off an assault by attack. Why did I say it like that? Attic Sturges. He attacked
There she
and
go.
also defend. And a weapons malfunctioning, resulting in Joffrey almost being vanquished. Then you descended down the stairs into the northern wing of his damp, dilapidated house in search of nefarious slavers and perhaps something a little more fiendish. In your search of the ground floor, looking through old cupboards, you were attacked by a couple giant centipedes, and after they applied some potent poison into the resident wood elf Callias, you dealt with them, and Badarum managed to expel the poison from his body.
Fucking venom.
During the search, you found more rooms with all sorts of knickknacks, but the thing that stood out the most was a room in the back which had a set of stairs leading into an apparent cellar on this cliffside estate bordering the sea. When some of you decided to descend downwards, a shriek of horror sounded out from below. The golden dragonborn ran down to investigate with the rest of the group closely behind, but you found nothing but a corpse of a man on the ground. Fearing he may still be saved, the paladin investigated the body as these maggot-like worms came spilling out of the gaps between the banged-up plate armor like curdled milk being squeezed through a bladder. A couple even managed to burrow into Badarum's flesh, but you managed to clean up the mess and get those pesky flesh botfly things out. The corpse, apparently a fallen adventurer with a longsword and wooden shield at his side. You did some investigating, and upon checking the fireplace you found a secret entrance with a loose brick. Upon triggering the mechanism, an ambush awaited you on the other side as they tried to prevent you from coming any farther. Ned Shakeshaft, an apparent captive you found in the house, who tried to coax you into leaving, shifted sides at this opportune point and attempted to deal with those in the backlines of fighting, but ultimately rolled so poorly, I think he did net 0 damage and got wrecked.
Let's go.
In fact, yeah, because the poison was still on the dagger when you picked it up.
Yeah.
Yep.
As the fight began to swing, the bandits began to lose their nerve, one attempting to flee to alert the others, but you managed to get him, not before a racket was produced in the caves beyond. However, investigating
Hey guys,
the,
sorry I'm late.
Alright, investigating the immediate area and the adjacent rooms, you found what appeared to be a cushy bedroom quarters with all sorts of goodies, interesting books, including poetry, a very intricate looking lamp with spotlight cover known as a bullseye lamp, fine clothing, and a piece of parchment locked in a footlocker containing common to goblinoid basic commands, as well as a system for communicating with the lamp to a ship. You took the bandit prisoner, who you learned was called Alfred during the fighting, and manacled him up. You uncovered skeletons in the next room, which you fought off, and emerging from a secret room in the back of this pitch black side room was a skeletal alchemist lobbing acid blobs at you, but you took care of him. The ruckus and delay, however, caused a nearby hobgoblin, this large, red-skinned, well-armed figure with long black hair, to scout you out and retreat round the corner as you were dealing with the skeletal threat, obviously to go and alert his allies of the situation. You were in two minds about staying to fight, as Badarim stood up front to cover your retreat, as many of you started dragging an unconscious Joffrey and Alfred back through the wine cellar. A table was flipped for improvised cover, and you had a standoff with Sanabalit, an amateur caster and his crew of bandits and hobgoblins rolling like ass. You were victorious, but after felling the leader, a couple of his subordinates, the humans, fled. One for the front entrance, the other for a nearby very large rowboat connected sea cave deeper within the caverns. You reconvened on the main hidden cellar and are now in the process of deciding what to do next. So, go ask you guys that question. What are y'all doing?
I want to go back inside the cellar.
I'm gonna go back inside the tunnels.
Okie doke. I'll put you in the tunnels. Boop. And, you want to go back in the cellar? Oh god. This is not a good
So you guys went down the tunnels. I was kicking about the cellar, thinking, why the fuck is everyone leaving?
Well, I was chasing after a guy, but then I think I killed him. I'm not sure. Maybe I escaped.
No, you didn't escape
Yeah.
the woods.
He escaped, but I have a plan.
The one that ran through
Yeah.
the tunnels escaped.
Okay.
I have no memory. You might have or may have not killed my father, so I'm gonna kill you. Just in case.
Got through that. Got that.
My name is Callius Frederick. You may have killed my father. Prepare to die.
Yeah, so I want to go back into the cellar and I want to go and try check the secret room where the alchemist came from.
Okay.
I'll actually go with you, yeah. It's a good point.
Alright.
Is this guy still unconscious?
Yeah.
Can
I'll
I just...
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
someone watch him, please.
And him.
Yeah, he watches him.
Okay.
Ooh, dead people.
Hey,
Oh
the
yeah, this is a prisoner, eh? I'll
Yeah.
take care of the prisoner.
How'd you guys roll 20? Is it...
Fine.
laggy as fuck.
Yeah.
Mine
I
is
don't know.
great.
I haven't done anything.
Prepare.
Just yet.
Even scoring up in the chat is lagging out.
Yeah.
Oh, I should be fine.
Should I enter?
So, firstly, let me tell you what you see.
Well, would you prefer to go first or not?
Light spilling from a large room behind you barely shows the chamber's only about 12 feet across, and the corners are filled with shadow, and what little you can see is dingy and dirty, and you just see the decrepit bones lay bare on the floor in the small room where the skeletons came from. And as you approach the secret room, do you enter?
Big yes.
Yeah, I'm going after the Dragonborn, I guess.
Alright. Yeah.
I'll go to the door and poke my head in. Wonder what they're doing.
Yeah. Okay, so you pop your heads into this room.
Just wondering if they.
Yeah. Oh, do. You see the secret door opens towards you to reveal a clutter of broken glass and earthenware piled on the floor beyond. 3 small copper pots lie amid the debris. And as you begin to enter, you see a bench runs down the west wall of what seems to be a laboratory. On the bench are jars of powders and liquids and several pieces of chemical apparatus. There is a table against the south wall forming an L shape with the bench. A book is open on the table. Also on the table is a candlestick with a tiny stump of an unlit candle still in it, and a variety of other items that even in the dim light shine with the warmth of pure gold. One of these objects looks like a golden human skull.
I want to check the book.
Sure.
Wisdom save.
Funny you mention it.
I will.
Wait, sorry.
1 sec, just need this. We're here, and we're in 24. Okay, so you see the book as you walk over, what do you do? It's currently open.
I want to see what page is open at and if
Make a quick intelligence check.
Yee, you went so well last time.
Gotta believe.
15. It looks like it's written in common, but kind of like an like archaic sort of Shakespearean type way that makes it kind of. It reads kind of profoundly, but it's difficult to understand. Uh, and it looks like, from what you see, it's the page you're currently on. It's describing how to create a philosopher's stone, and the philosopher's stone can be used to turn base metals to gold.
And people into skeletons.
15's just good enough to like kind of get that information, and upon reading the front, the title of it reads "Ye Secrets of Ye Philosopher's Stone." No author.
Okay. I'll take the book.
Alright. It could be worth a decent amount of gold to the right buyer, you think? Or maybe there's more. You think that there might be more to it, but you need someone who's arcanically inclined to check it out, essentially.
Okay.
You said there's like powders and shit on the shelf, right?
Yeah, there's all sorts. There's books, there's chemical apparatus on the workbench. Also on the workbench, there's a bunch of golden objects, all different types. There's like a human skull, there's apple, a rose, there's like discs. Yeah, there's powders.
Is everything gold?
No, not everything, just a few objects on the disc.
Just- Okay.
Just a...
I'm just gonna pop back into the main room.
Mhm.
Is anyone here kind of arcanically inclined?
I look around. It's just me.
No.
And I say no.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Amos is off in the caverns, so...
Yeah,
What-
they're all
Hey yo.
What is Amos doing?
I was waiting for that to unfold, but I was could you describe either this room or the other one that had boxes in it? Because they actually like stayed down here.
Oh, alright, we'll come to that then whilst you're doing that. We'll
Yeah.
go back to the laboratory.
No worries.
So, anything else about
Nothing really. Doesn't even really interest me.
Okay.
Do I see a stone?
Depends. Where do you check?
Everywhere. Shelves, under the desk, on top of the desk,
Make an
under the chair.
Make an investigation check.
Bruh.
You didn't want me to.
Make a wisdom save first.
Alright.
Okay, you're investigating around. Fuck's sake. Looking for this so-called stone. As you're looking around the room, you're literally checking every nook and cranny. There doesn't appear to be any other secret rooms or anything like that. You find a spell book containing spells, but not of interest. You find a stack of gold pieces, about 47 gold pieces.
I'll take that.
Yeah. Big rolls. Again, the gold objects look of value, but also, you think to yourself, wow, I feel super investigatory, and as you get to where the secret door opened, you see just a faint glint in the darkness where you felled the alchemist, and you go over and investigate that specifically, and it appears there is something in the alchemist's robes left behind, and it does appear to be some kind of stone object.
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay. It is this sort of jade grey colour, and this oval, and it's got three carvings on it that look like eyeballs, all in a row along this oval.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I'll cover the eyeballs.
I mean, Yeah, they don't blink or anything. You feel them, and it's just rock or some kind of stone.
Yeah, I'll cover it anyway before I put it in my pocket.
Yeah. Point of interest, I guess. Callius and Swash would have noticed, still being in the room. One of the hobgoblins had very peculiar looking armor, very peculiar scale mail on their person that they were donning. I'd say Callius, make me an intelligence check.
Ooh,
Or
really?
yeah, intelligence, yeah.
Nah.
Nah, you don't.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was just to see what you knew about hobgoblins, but you don't know shit about them. But
That's
yeah, one has
no
different.
their key language.
Yeah, one has very like nice, intricate looking armor. Maybe a bit heavy for your taste, but it's scale mail nonetheless.
Can I check for arrows? If they have any arrows that I can use?
But you go back through into the main cellar room.
Yeah, check
Uh,
the bodies.
okay. Yeah. They have arrows. Rifling through the hobgoblin, you find 10 arrows on each person.
How many is that? 20?
I shot arrows too.
I'm content.
Alright, Amos, you're searching the caverns beyond. So, where do you go in this fork at the bottom of the stairs?
To my right, like actual right.
Oh, to the right. Okay, so you start heading down that way, and then what do you do at that fork?
Cause I went down the way, and either here, or the other bit you said there were boxes. I want to go back to the boxes.
To the east, there appears to be some kind of casks. To the south, you can barely see in the darkness what looks to be kind of like a small camp type area, bedrolls and stuff laid out. If you move to the east, however, you find another fork, east and south. And to the east, there looks like there's some kind of casks and things. Do you check there?
Yeah, I'll
Alright.
check.
Well, as you go in, this cavern, like the passage leading to it, is well lit by torches held in simple iron brackets around the walls. You can see 5 small bolts of cloth stacked against the wall to your left and to your
You were
right.
cutting it. What was?
This cavern, like the passage leading to it, is well lit by torches held in simple iron brackets around the walls. You can see 5 small bolts of cloth stacked against the wall to your left, and to your right are 8 small casks in a neat row.
Alright, so after the bolts, what's after the bolts? 'Cause
Claw.
go ahead there.
Are you kidding
Claw.
me? Do I need to
I
like check the
literally,
server?
Discord is fucked for me. I think it's like every second word is.
No, you were cutting out again. I just assumed it was cloth.
Okay, let me check.
Right, so it's 5
Nothing
roll
fucking
cloth and then
works.
8 not flask, fucking
Oh
casks.
shit.
Yeah, you got a bunch of casks in a neat row, about 8 of them.
Fuck.
Neat rolls. Can I check the neat roll?
Row. Casks in a neat row.
Oh.
Jesus, this is gonna be one of those fucking sessions like
Roll,
last
Can I
time.
check the clothes? Fucking shits, dude. The
Alright.
5, whatever is 5 of them.
What the. Alright, so you go along. It looks like bolts of silk, worth quite a bit of money, you would guess.
Oh, silk. Fancy.
Yeah, and the casks appear to be some kind of alcohol. Do you want to make a check to see? I'd say.
I will do a test.
You want a taste test? I'd say that's.
Is there a marking on the actual cask itself? Like any symbols, anything?
They are actually unmarked. You get the idea or impression
What?
this is on purpose.
On purpose. Okay. I'll yeah, I'll taste. If it smells like alcohol, I'll give it a taste.
Yeah, give it a taste. I'd say make an intelligence check.
Oof. Not there.
It's like poison.
Please. Please, not there. Yikes.
Oh, reverse the rules.
You don't know. It doesn't taste too strong though.
But it's alcohol.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to have a high alcoholic content, but it's alcohol of some kind. Probably worth a fair bit a piece on the market anyway.
I'll take the silk. It's
They're
5 balls.
yeah, they're kind of big. They're like rolls essentially, like carpet rolls.
Alright. Like that big.
Yeah.
I just pick one up then.
Alright.
I'll chuck it over my shoulder.
Yeah. Then what? Do you continue on further in? Or do you head back?
Actually, I don't know if Lizardman said something or not. I think he did. No, he did scream that someone ran and ran away.
Lizard man.
The Lizardman.
But
Yeah,
subconsciously feels like he's getting marked.
I'll make it down to the south to see what he meant. They got.
Alright. Well, you see that as you head down, the incline of the passage is perceptibly greater in this area. Coarse matting has been laid in places on the floor, negating some of the slope's slipperiness. And as you head down, you find yourself in this area. The passage eventually widens to the south at this point to form a small cavern. There's another 3 bolts of cloth and 5 small casks in the middle of the floor, resting on a piece of coarse matting.
Well, I do have 2 shoulders.
Do you... Okay, what do you do?
I'll do silk again. These motherfuckers are fancy.
Yeah, it's like silk and alcohol. It's like goods.
I'll oh, someone ripped Discord. Hello?
It was Andrew.
Alright.
well.
This PC
I
probably
thought-
blew up again.
Yep.
Oh no.
I thought I got yeeted off. Oh.
Oh.
Hello?
You can hear like the subtle flapping of waves against land further around the corner to your east.
Yes, that's what I wanted to double check. Go further just now.
Alright, you head deeper in.
Is he supposed to be there?
Nah, he took the boat and got away just in time. The passage leads into a cave that opens directly to the sea. The tide is out at present, and there's little water in the cave, but an obvious high water mark 3 feet above the floor. Pulled up onto the sloping... Nope, that boat isn't there anymore. Yep, that's all you see.
It is the guy.
There's the
Okay.
clear indentation of a previously there boat. Some kind of jolly boat, or large rowboat.
Right. I'll go back to that previous storage area.
Yeah.
And pick up as many rolls of cloth that I can.
Alright, make a strength check. I'd say athletics.
Okay. Not proficient, but
Okay, this is a strength check.
bruh.
You can't handle more than 1 roll on each shoulder.
It's fine. I'll
And you can feel your
put
back
down one.
kind of giving out. All the strenuous exercise. Probably can't
One-
carry these too far with a 6.
Oh no. I put it down and roll it.
Alright, put down a roll and you're just like, alright, 1 will do.
Roll of silk. I put it down.
Yep.
Yeah. There's nothing else in the cavern. I'll go back out. Up in the dining room.
Yeah, the main cellar. So, you're
Where's
back.
Joffrey?
He's in...
Told you
you
your
don't
boy
know.
is upstairs.
Oh, he's upstairs. Up in the cellar.
Unconscious.
I'm gonna go and
Is he?
I think so.
I'm gonna go and see him. Go and see my adopted son.
Alright, you climb up and you find him at the top of the steps,
Is he unconscious?
unconscious.
Okay, I'll how are we gonna do this?
He's looking at the roll of silk, looking at Joffrey, looking at the roll of silk.
We're gonna. Okay,
I, I can carry Joffrey if you want.
it's fine. He needs to pull his own weight and his own silk. He's. I'm gonna bring him back with lay on hands.
Wait, what?
I'm gonna give him 5 HP.
5?
Nice.
Jesus Christ.
As soon as he wakes up, I'm just gonna like
Whoops.
Who is next to me?
unroll that roll of silk from my shoulder onto his body.
So he's just literally like passed out, still on the stairs. That's where he was left. You lay on hands, and as you hear Joffrey kind of coughing, and his eyes barely open, and he just as you drop the roll of silk onto his body, literally like just about the length of him, size wise, and he's like, the fuck, man.
Stay here. I'm gonna bring more. And I go
And
back
he
and
just pushes it off his body off to the side and starts coughing and slowly sits up at the top of the steps. He's just like,
Don't
even
cough on it.
even coughs like that, he goes like, ah.
It's like asterisk cough, extra.
Yeah, he's actually says cough.
You better not bleed onto those things. They're expensive.
He just like he just eyes narrow and he does that face where he like rears up his flares his nostrils, just like
Who put you on the planet?
All right, bring this one into the main hall. I'll meet you there. And I go back for some rolls.
When you say main hall, did you mean like point him to the main entrance hall on the?
Yeah, now that we figured out that there's actual stairs there, but then the main hall is like that.
You hear him just mumbling under his breath like fucking god, and then he's like, I swear, one of these days. And you hear like the footsteps and the floorboards above you creaking as he walks towards the main entrance at the front.
Okay, while that's going on, I'm going to pick up our unconscious witness.
Okay. You're gonna pick him up how? He's a bigger gentleman than Joffrey, let's just say.
From his legs?
Okay, so you're like grabbing him by the legs to drag him, you mean?
Yep.
Alright, no worries.
I'll give her a hand.
Okay,
Okay.
where are you guys bringing him?
Upstairs? We need to
Yeah.
bring him back to the town.
Alright,
Main entrance.
alright, you guys managed to bring him upstairs. I'll just drag you guys in. Anything else anyone is doing whilst you're here?
I want to do something in the front garden, Jordan, actually.
The front garden you came in, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Where that boy ran away from last week.
Yep. You head upstairs and go to the. You see your friends all convening in the main hall entrance, and
Once the Dragonborn comes back with the silk and then disappears for some more, I follow him.
it was
Right.
not the
Dragonborn.
Dragonborn who did
Oh,
it.
sorry.
Sure.
It was the blind human.
Alright, sorry, I get mixed up.
Well, supposed to make me blame.
So, can I roll again or just like pull the pants up? Big deep breath. Just do
Wait.
one roll.
Where the hell are you going?
Back for
Get
some
more
rolls.
silk.
I'm helping you.
Oh, you're helping him?
Well, I'm following him to see what he's. Look, he just found some more, so I'm gonna.
Okay, so you guys are going together to loot the big rolls, carpet rolls of silk. They're fairly big, fairly heavy, and you did roll shit on your athletics check. I'll say swash roll an athletics check.
I need to open my character sheet. Give me a second.
Can I just chuck it one at him?
Aha. Strength.
Are the manacles on the prisoner like an actual just like set of handcuffs, or
Oh
like
no.
Manacles are like handcuffs changed
Hey.
to feet cuffs.
oh,
Me,
right, cool.
I'm -2.
So he's legit immobilized.
Yep.
Alright, excellent. Don't have time up.
Yeah, like he can move his ankles apart enough to walk, but to run no, unless he does like some kind of penguin run.
Hops.
Or
Okay.
hops. Okay, you.
So,
Yep.
can I slap him back to consciousness?
Do you want to try?
This is how you kill it.
But it's,
Let's just leave him.
We can interrogate when he
Leave
gets
it
back
there.
to town.
Yeah.
but it's better than dragging him.
I'll drag him. It's fine. I just rolled a 19 myself. Well, 17 on myself. Strength check.
Yeah.
We'll drag
I'm
him.
a-
So
I'm a
Swash,
beefy man.
Swash
Carry
has got one on each shoulder, no bother. Amos, you see him doing this.
What's wrong with you, dude?
I don't see him.
Look at these skinny arms.
And yeah, he's went back to the cavern with you. Are you trying to get all the silks?
I'll just take a couple.
Okay, you grab a couple.
Just a couple.
I'll leave it at that.
You walk up the stairs, you bring them to the front. So you have, plus the one Joffrey has, that's 3 rolls of silk. What are you doing, Amos? Bring in another one?
Yeah.
Alright, you just grab the one. Well, the
The one.
smaller half-elf man just shows you up, dude. And you bring another one up. Equaling a total of 4 rolls of silk that you guys are gonna attempt to lug back for an hour's trek.
Yep.
Okay.
I hope he's downhill.
Uh,
I mean, it was on the coast, so.
I'm probably gonna make Joffrey roll an athletics check to see if he can manage this.
Oh boy.
-4.
He does not have proficiency in athletics, let me tell you.
And there's that.
But
Oh, look at me.
he rolls a 19, so
Oof.
yeah, I know.
I give him the other one as well.
He's a young boy.
So, you guys are all at the front. I believe, Callis, you want to do something?
Yeah, I want to go out to where I hit the boy last week.
Yeah, easy
And
enough.
I want to see if there's a trackable blood trail.
I'd say make a survival check.
I can do this.
Oh, the 6s.
Yeah, no. You see like a couple of faint drops, and then you'll kind of lose it in the grass. The garden is rather overgrown and untended to, with like bush, like this rose bush kind of growing over everything, and it's really hard to see anything.
I'm like, damn it. Oh well, at least we've got one.
Can I face palm?
Yeah, you just see Callis out front, like scratching his head as he's looking through sifting through the grass on his knees. And you get the idea, he's not found anything.
Wait,
So,
is Callius there
Are
in the
we
main
ready
hall?
to go?
Yeah, I think so. Got
I
my
want
lamp.
to talk to Callius.
I pick up the fucking prisoner then.
Okay.
Put them on my shoulder.
Oh, you want to do it alone? Okay, big boy.
It's easier.
Sure, just make a... it's not too difficult, you probably handle it. I'd say make an athletics check, because plus all the equipment you've got, that probably goes over your encumbrance. But it's not going to be too difficult. Yeah, DC is probably about 10, so you make it. You get him over your shoulder. He isn't the heaviest. He isn't like fat or anything, but you sort of get used to the weight, and you're like, yeah, I could probably walk this an hour. Probably good for my calves.
Lol.
Some cardio.
Yep.
Amos wanted to speak to me.
Yes, if Callius is in the main hall,
Uh-huh.
and I go up to Callius and just head on looking straight forward. Like I didn't even notice him.
Like, Amos?
I require your shield.
Well, are you sure you can even carry it here?
Yes. I give you 5 gold pieces for it.
How about 7?
6, and you're pushing your luck.
I'll take the 6, and I'll give him that shield if I'm nothing.
You just hear.
I'll reach into my pocket and I take out 5 gold coins.
I'm like, Amos, I know you're blind, but I can count to 6. That is only 5.
No, that's 6.
I think you're lying to me.
Mm. Okay.
I will take the 6. And only the 6.
I'm just standing in the doorway with my man on my shoulder, glaring at both of them.
Yeah.
What about a roll of silk on my shoulder? But nobody in there. I'll flip him the last coin then. 6 coin it is.
Alright.
Consider yourself lucky.
Good business.
You have a wooden shield,
Ooh.
which is a real thing.
Can't see it.
Yeah, and like as you flip the last coin, you just hear like behind you, Amos, Jova go pfft.
What happened?
No, you get the impression he's kind of like looked down on you for that.
Well. With that 19, he's carrying both the rolls, by the way.
Are we going?
He's hurt, so it's probably a bit harder for him.
I'm hurt. Suck it up.
He's alright. He's alright. I mean, he's gonna do it. You don't even have to ask like permission, persuade him. So he just seems he seems really pissed though about it, as always.
I mean, at this moment, he's got more hit points than me. Just saying.
Oh damn.
Right.
He dealt more damage though.
Shall we go on then?
Wait, did you guys have the character sheet thing up before? Oh, it's just
Well.
loaded in weird. There you go.
Ah,
Oh,
Oh,
I went there for a second, disappeared.
flashing.
hop for a half second.
Oh, this...
Oh.
Let's. Are you ready?
Spooky.
Da, 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 da.
I don't think we're quite there.
Nah, you ain't getting to see shit yet.
What? Come
I
on,
was-
I want to find out who's doing things.
Fucking cocktease.
I want to see the
In
threes.
the preview though, it shows it up, so I was like, oh shit, did I like accidentally reveal?
No.
It's just the preview as fuck.
Or if you did, I wasn't paying attention.
Alright, so you guys are walking back to Saltmarsh, the hour journey.
Yep.
It's getting towards like dusk at this point.
I'll stay in the back.
Okay.
We're only like 3 or 4 hours away. We should just go for it.
Yeah.
1 hour.
I mean, yeah.
A bit more an hour. You're kind of encumbered by silk and a man.
He's still unconscious, yeah?
Well, as you begin walking, yeah, is anyone else doing anything who isn't like carrying shit? Because you guys are kind of occupied.
I'll stay in the back and I keep an eye out
Alright.
to see if the guy that I shot comes back from nowhere.
Yeah. If that's that, then yeah, about 30 minutes into you guys walking back, you get a couple of miles, and Badarim, you feel the man stirring on your shoulder as he slowly comes to consciousness.
I want to make sure I'm gripping him quite tightly.
Yeah, you just hear him go like, oh, and he's like, what the fuck? You're just kind of like mumbling.
Don't squirm. Make it worse for yourself.
And then
We'll make it worse for you.
you
And
just hear
that.
him like dredge up some fucking slime from the back of his throat and spit it out mixed with blood. Just splats on the dirt floor, the dirt ground. And he says, beats being dead.
Damn
He
right.
says, what about the rest?
Dead.
Dead!
And he goes, thought as much. Where you taking me?
Saltmarsh.
Shithole.
No, Saltmarsh.
He tries to lift his head to like meet yours, but he doesn't even have the strength.
Hmm.
And he just grumbles.
You can start talking now, or you can talk then.
I have nothing to say.
You
Don't
will.
worry. We know everything. We're good. Found your lamp.
I whispered to Swash, I'm like, do
We found his lamp.
Why is so mean?
What are you talking about, a lamp? I don't know lamp.
Just somebody, G.
Do you speak lamp?
Please.
Yeah, special lamp. Ah, it doesn't matter. You know what? You don't have to tell us anything. It's fine.
Yeah, he pretty much goes radio silent for the rest of the journey.
That's fine.
Thank God.
I do want to do something, Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
I asked Amos to see the dagger he picked up from Ned.
Okay.
Amos, can I see that dagger you picked up from Ned?
I might have yeeted it. Give me a second.
Why would you... What is this word yeet? I do not understand. Is this a term from Saltmarsh?
My father used to say that. Don't laugh at my dad. At least he's not dead. Well, he is.
I don't know my father either. That's fine.
Yo, Andrew, out of character, you're really fucking quiet.
Maybe I'm just playing my character.
Oh my God! There he
He's
is.
just tiny. And why do you want my dagger?
Because I want to see if there's any sort of, like, you know...
I looked on it
engravings
already.
it. But did you look for something that might be a clue to our mystery?
Yep, there's no clues. They were smugglers, and they died.
But what kind of smugglers and who they're working for kind of smugglers?
I just nod my head at the roll of silk.
Oh yeah, did anyone catch the name that they were all yelling about who we'd answer to during the fight, by the way?
Prime water
Prime
or
Water.
Yeah.
or
I know he
Sam
is.
Ballet.
Sam Ballot was the caster boy, I think.
The bald guy.
They said Sam Ballet will have your head.
That's the
he's
bald
dead.
man.
Yeah, Sam Ballot was the bald guy. The Callies.
Hey, prisoner. The Sam Ballot, the bald guy.
He doesn't even answer.
A Jocelyn.
He says, "Fuck off."
I drop him.
Drop him.
He just goes, "Oof," and you hear the chains just clatter against each other.
Then I pick him back up and keep walking.
Wow, slugging.
Yeah,
Like a baseball.
you pick him back up, and he's just like, "Ah,"
Try again.
just reeling. Yeah, make an intimidation check, I guess. Yeah. He says, yeah, he was the bald bloke.
Good.
Why was Prime Water using you for smuggling?
He says, what are you talking about, Prime Water? I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you do. I think you're lying to me.
Nah, fam.
You tell the truth or I'll drag you back on your face.
I wouldn't argue with the Dragonborn. He's a man of his word so far.
He says,
I like him.
I don't know Prime Water bloke.
Inside check.
Okay.
Fuck.
Oh, I mean,
Hard to read when he's half dead.
but you do know what you were doing, don't you?
He says, yeah.
So why would you do something so despicable?
He says, mate, do you know how much the crown taxes those goods? It's easier to smuggle them, eh?
But do you have a family at home? A wife, a child? A whore?
And he kind of like stalls for a second. He says, Priscilla. She's a good whore.
And I'm just in the back shaking my head.
I roll my eyes.
I'm like, well, it should be sad when your business is gone because you lose your head because you're just keeping your mouth shut. That's a shame. Poor Priscilla.
She'll find another.
I'm pretty sure Priscilla's got a few friends. Don't worry about it.
Do you think? Do you think she's a popular one?
I know
Oh
she is.
boy.
Wink.
He just goes, yeah, she's a good lass.
Yeah, I'll pet Callius in the head.
I'm just trying to make him talk. He can feel a little bit at home
You can feel home in the jail.
before they chop off his head.
Oh well, that's not my head. I don't care.
Yeah, that's not my problem.
He says, death sentence for smuggling. Don't think so.
We'll
We'll see
see.
about that. The council will decide. With your friend
Well,
over
my
there.
Wait, wait,
sword
wait. Who
will.
says we're handing you over to someone that will just let you go? We're not handing you over to the guard. That's stupid.
Excuse me.
We're not handing over to the guard.
What do you mean? He's a criminal.
Yeah, but
Well, the guy clearly said they don't want anything to do
Yeah.
with this.
it's not their jurisdiction.
So we're
we're
gonna
ha-
hand him over to Andres.
Yep.
Well, I
You
suppose
mean
you're
the
right.
big, you mean the big scary guy who paid us lots of money that we don't know
I
the
need to
name
inform
of?
Outlander.
You mean the wee brat, the wee spoiled brat that paid us a lot of money? Yeah.
Like Callie's just like giving it like the big shush, like stop trying to reveal secrets in front of the prisoner.
Or like he's never gonna notice.
Well, he might not.
I'll pat him in the head again.
He says, you lot are a bunch of morons.
It says the one that is bound.
Yep, bested by morons.
I kind of make the motion about to drop him again, very slowly.
He goes, he tries to like catch himself, puts his hands out like towards the ground.
Enough talking.
He says, I agree. And you guys continue your journey all the way to Saltmarsh.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Got it. Alrighty, you guys make your way back to Saltmarsh, and eventually, after the next half hour of journeying, you make it. And let's see here. Yeah, you guys come back through the eastern gate and head your way down past the like sort of temples and stuff on the outskirts. Where is it you're heading?
Back to Anders's big off fuck off manor, I think.
In the northeast of town.
Yeah.
Yes.
No worries.
Oh, yeah. Just drag a body there.
Is the love shack on the way there?
I gag him before we go into the city. The prisoner.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Alright,
Just,
you
just
guys.
start shouting things.
Nah, he doesn't give a fuck. He's just like, he's basically like given up at this point. The Love Shack is actually. Let me just check the map.
Because that was northeast where the manor is.
Yeah, the manor is in the north. Relative to the harbour, the Anders' manor's in the northeast. If you're coming in from the eastern road, which you are, the Love Shack's a bit to the north of Anders' manor, kind of in the outskirts of town, where it's cheap to build. It's up to you.
Yeah.
You could like deviate. It's not on the way. You'd have to deviate to get there if you want to do that now. And you guys come across a couple of like guards on the outskirts, just keeping watch on the incoming road and any wagons that are coming in from that direction.
I give him a nod to go in.
Yeah. They see you've got like a manacled man, and they just don't even ask.
This is not the slave you're looking for.
Although they give the rest of you kind of like an eye over the riffraff.
I follow them with my eyes.
Okay. You guys go to Anders.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
You hear Joffrey just kind of like, how long do I have to carry this thing?
How long are you going to complain?
He's like,
Yeah.
God, my shoulders hurt. We should just make this
Ginger.
guy carry stuff.
Which one?
Then that makes us no better.
The one
than
in
the
manacles.
Yeah, like a slave or something.
No. Oh.
Yeah, we could.
Amos, make your child be quiet.
He looks to he looks to Amos and says, "God, that's a perfectly good slave right there."
I can glare at fucking Joffrey.
He's like,
Amos, contain your kid.
he says,
He's making the dragon upset.
"Jeez, it's just a joke."
Oh,
Oh, you tell those? Tell me more.
you almost made me cry.
And then he looks at you and he kind of makes like a facial expression,
Oh, no.
as in like,
Not the puppy
Eh.
eye.
let's do it.
Change of plans. Can we drop the cargo first?
Yeah. So you guys walk down towards port first, where the path takes you, and then it kind of deviates off to the north. It's kind of near like some farmlands, which is worked. Kind of prime estate for looking over the docks. As you can see, you approach. It is several stories high. It is a very large manor. It's almost like 3 buildings merged into one. You can see sort of the blue roofing. It's made of like old stone work, mixed in with like sort of wooden pillars all around it, and kind of like stable off to the side. And you can see there's also appears to be like servants kind of around. And as you approach, you see from like the second story up, one of the windows open, and Anders there catches you like approaching into the main courtyard. There's a couple of his personal, let's say personal guard, kind of look at you approach trepidatiously. But Anders kind of shouts out, "Oh, no, don't mind them. They're alright. I'll be down in a sec." And you, after a couple of moments of standing in the courtyard, he comes down. And just to give you like a visual, I had this ready last time, but I just never had a chance to show her. This is what he looks like. He's kind of like a young dude.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And his assistant looks like this, who is always by his back. Skerin. This is Skerin.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
definitely vampire.
I ain't seen shit.
I can see.
Oh no, Discord.
Remaining
No.
awful.
Uh-oh.
Not like this.
Oh, Blia.
Ah!
What's going on?
Re.
That wasn't for me. I just got 2 random characters in the middle of the screen.
I've only got one.
Oh no, roll 20's fucked as well then. You should be able to see it.
Internet, you so much.
How are we for Discord? Everyone good?
Oh,
It's red bar.
I'm
It's
fine.
25.
Wow,
Oh,
wow,
okay,
wow,
green
wow.
bar.
Fuck. I'm green, but
I'm green now. I was red before.
Yeah, it was
I'm blue
red.
video with that.
It was red with 20 ms and it was green with 130. Now it's fucking green with 28.
seems good.
Oh yeah, 23,
Oh, 155 again.
190.
I just changed
75.
server as well. Like both of them are fucked.
375. Let's go.
Oh, yep, we can hear it on you.
God damn it!
Fuck.
Oh,
Every time we play, this shit happens.
24 milliseconds. 18. Ooh, that's good.
20. That's good for now.
Alright, let's see. Let's see what happens. But Anders comes out to meet you. You see he's kind of got like a rapier by his side, very nobly dressed. This kind of loose, sort of blue vest, light blue vest with these laces kind of across the chest area. Kind of wearing these like nice sort of beige trousers. Comes out with these nice green slippers on, and by his back, as always, very buttoned down, is the Scaran Wave Chaser in his dark attire. And he, as soon as his eyes meet yours, he's watching you all very intently. And Anders approaches you with his friendly smile, as always. He says, "So, well, and he kind of looks around behind you. He says, "Just the one then? What'd you find?"
They weren't slavers. They're smugglers.
Right.
Possible slavers. Pretty sure they're not slavers though.
He says, well,
We found a lamp.
We thought they were slavers until the slave we found attacked us.
did you show him the lamp?
I show him the lamp.
Oh, you pull the lamp in and he kind of looks, he's like, oh, let me see that. And he kind of puts his hand out to inspect it.
It's a signal lamp. They use it for calling in the ship.
Oh, well, they'll need a ship if they're doing smuggling, I suppose. So...
Also, the haunting problem's been dealt with.
Mostly.
oh, what do you mean haunting? Like...
Skeletons.
Yeah,
Yeah.
couple.
The rumors surrounding the house were skeletons,
Um...
along with an undead alchemist.
Yeah.
He was also a skeleton.
He says, you're joking? No,
No.
come on now.
I have his
No,
book
you're
if
not.
you want.
He, like, he squints at you all, thinking you're, like, playing him the fool. He's gonna make a check.
I give him the most stone-faced stare I can.
Yeah, he's trying to insight you.
I'm grinning like fuck.
Yeah, well, that cancels it out. he's looking at both of you and he says, alright, I'll bite. But you made it out fine, none of you are too hurt.
Sure.
Indeed.
We're
Yeah.
lucky, I think. There's a lot of bandits. And some hobgoblins.
And he says, and who's this young lad over here? I think I've seen him before.
As one of the bad guys.
No.
No, Joffrey.
Well, he is a bad guy, but not that.
Oh,
Not that
Joffrey.
bad guy.
Oh,
Oh,
He
yeah,
looks
he's
at him.
just...
He looks at me and says, do I know your parents? To Joffrey, and Joffrey's like, God, I don't have any parents. And he
Amos.
just- anyway.
yeah, not my child.
Oh.
That's what you're asking.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Are you sure, Amos?
You what?
Are you sure?
You could never
I'm pretty sure.
Well, pretty sure he's not 100% sure. We could debate. He's got your eyes.
Does he though?
Amos is blind. We could never seen his eyes.
And
Here's some cover.
take off
Andrew.
my blindfold.
Come closer to the microphone, we can't fucking hear you.
You take it off?
I take off the blindfold.
Oh,
Okay.
Does he really have my eyes?
What did they see?
I don't know. What do they look like?
What do they see?
Nothing. Pure black.
You have
No
eyeballs?
iris. I have eyeball.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
get,
Pure
I, get,
black.
I get really close
You see-
up to your eyes and have a look. There's just black eyeballs.
Yep, they're just black.
Right. Okay.
And there's that point kind of like gets startled. He's looking at the lantern as you guys are having this pointless conversation. He looks up and he goes, "Oh!" And then scaring, you notice he looks like he's like got his hand on something under like in his sleeves as his arms are crossed, and he's kind of like moved closer to Anders.
Anders, put your blindfold back, please.
Amos.
Amos, put your blindfold back, please.
Okay. See, he's not my child.
Well, still debatable.
And Anders goes, interesting. So anyway, what were you smuggling? I take it. These are a couple of samples you've got there.
Evidence.
Evidence, yeah. Valuable evidence.
Yeah, I guess we have to confiscate this. You know, procedure.
And
Found in a ditch next to the road.
right. Do you know? Did they have a name or a leader?
Well, they were talking about prime water.
Prime water. No, come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
said, no, you're. What do you mean? He was there. He can't be.
No, he's a smuggler.
He's in
They
town.
were saying you would answer to him.
The slave that attacked us told us that Prime Water doesn't pay him enough for this shit. Etc. Etc. Ad infinitum.
He says that can't be right. I mean, it's kind of an open secret before the Crown moved in, he was kind of,
Yeah.
But
Well, the smuggling's pretty popular here. I'm pretty sure he's part of it.
but the
We only have the word of a dead
Anyway, no slaves.
thug, I suppose. But yeah, no slaves.
he says,
No
but
slaves. We clear the hunting.
he says we can't let smuggling go by though. We'll have to follow up. Have you questioned this prisoner of yours? Do we know anything else?
No, not yet.
Not extensively.
What's your suggestion? Do you want to question him?
He says,
Or we can turn him over to the guards as a
and
smuggler.
you hear Scarin kind of pipe up in the back. He says, "Give me 10 minutes."
Can I watch?
Very well.
And looks to Anders, and Anders says, "That doesn't feel right. Maybe we should hand them over to the guard." Etlander.
Card on one hand.
I'd go with the old guy.
He kind of seems in two minds about it. He's not sure.
This man is part of the guards. Pointing at the lizard man.
Yes, but I've never seen him around before. If I have it
new.
correctly, Etlander, yes, I remember him speaking with you. He says, well, and he kind of looks back and he says, well, since you went through the trouble, I suppose it's up to you. I mean, the current jailer right now is Craddock Stonehorn. I don't know if you've met him. He's in charge of the barracks and jail. You could take him to him, or I guess you could leave it with Scarin. I mean,
Hmm.
Huh.
Either way, he'll end up in the jail. You can question him first if you like, but as long as he does make it to the jail.
he says, yes, oh, Scarin wouldn't, he wouldn't hurt the man fatally, right? And Scarin says, if you wish, Anders. And then,
I would prefer it.
and then, Anders says, right then, guards, take the man and follow Scarin, and they kind of, a couple of guards over flanking you guys, kind of walk in, wearing different uniforms to the Crown Guard in town. These are obviously privately owned or some kind of mercenary types, and they come in and take the manacled Alfred off your hands as he's bounding, gagged, and he's kind of going, and he's just
I
like,
would like my manacles back.
and he's, yeah, oh yeah,
I guess you can have them back when he's in jail.
True.
yeah. Scarin just gives you like a nod, and
You
says,
should get a receipt for the manacles.
We're supposed to pause it with the phone.
Rollo!
he says,
Roll.
I'll have everything he knows in 10 minutes.
Oh,
Trust me.
efficient.
Can I watch?
Boy, no, torture's a private thing.
Oh, come on, just a peek.
He says,
You dirty.
no, it's interrogation, not torture.
Oh,
I should hope so.
I'm
If
not
you
a
say so.
beast. Unlike some.
no, a beast would make it last a while. You're just making it last 10 minutes. Very efficient, very good.
Anyways. And then he looks to Andrew and says, I shall report back to you with all the information in 10. And he walks off with the man who's kind of looking back at you guys, eyes wide like, and Andrew says, yeah, it kind of unsettles me whenever he does that, but he's always served the family, can't have to trust the man. Anyway, I suppose you'll want payment, or the rest of.
Yes.
And
Oh,
he,
yes, I would appreciate the information you owe me.
he says,
I almost forgot the payment as well.
he says, yeah,
Andrew,
of course.
reply again.
So it's another 100, right?
I will tell you now.
150, wasn't it?
Nope. He hands where's the notes here? Swash, Amos, and Frida, you took half your take, so you get 100 gold pieces on top of the previous 100 you got. Callius,
Oh, yeah.
you get the 200 gold pieces. And Badarimi approaches you to hand you 200 gold pieces. You take it, just in a pouch.
I say, if
I
he
mean-
doesn't want it out, take
I mean,
it.
he doesn't
I'll-
he doesn't stop and like hesitate. He just like hands, and he comes to you last.
I suppose I will. It does work after all.
He says, "Yeah, very well earned and not cheap, but I really had my worries. I suppose the tip wasn't exactly accurate, was it? But smuggling is illegal here, and it must be dealt with. And it sounds like they're still at large out at sea at the moment. We'll need to hopefully
Yes.
Scarron will find out from the man when the next collection point is due, and maybe we can stop them. But for now, Scarron will report to me, and maybe I should tell the council. Speaking of, perhaps I should introduce you to the council members. You did, after all, do us a great service here, and it appears some
Also
of
the
you are new.
fishmen. Also the fishmen. Don't forget the fishmen.
Yes, of course.
If you would like. I'm just a guard.
He's a a rather brave and a dependable one at that. And he says, right then, if you don't mind waiting around just for a few moments till Scarron deals with his business. In fact, come inside if you like, and I can get you a drink and perhaps something to eat. And I can share with you, sorry, was it Callius?
Yes, that's me. I'm Callius.
He says, I'll tell you who you could speak to for the information you're perhaps looking for.
Oh, excellent.
So
Excellent.
he says, come on then, and he kind of looks at the Joffrey and he's like, and he stops for a second and says, is that actually your child, or?
Nope. That's why he's not gonna eat with us. He's gonna go home
And he's like,
with the silk rolls.
he's like, God, I don't even want to go to some rich guy's mansion anyway. God.
As the house for? House? Hatch? Shack?
The love shack. It's not far.
Okay. He's gonna make it back with 2 rolls of silk.
Okay. Hmm. Okay.
Or
Alright.
if it's less than 10 minutes to get there and back, I'll go as well.
No.
If it's that close.
It's not that close. It's pretty close, but it's not 10-minute walk.
Right.
Okay, yeah, he starts taking it off. Anders doesn't seem to pay too much attention. He's like, who's that? And then you just like go back to the whatever. What would you call it? Like, how do you say it to him?
The love shack.
Cool. Bring these home.
And
And put them in a corner.
he's just like, oh, what the fuck? Why can't you just get Summer for this? God.
Because she's clearly somewhere else.
Yes. Alright, I'll do all the hard work then, I guess. Fuck. And he just starts walking back up the path and to the northeast. As the rest of you follow in behind, and you see like a big lavish sort of dining room front and center as you walk in. It's all like a wooden interior. There's already like a long table with chairs set up, and he invites you to like sit down and asks the servants to bring you guys a few refreshments. He asks what you fancy.
Water and bread will do fine.
Well, I look at him and think, what is wrong with you? Lots of meat, lots of ale.
He says,
I just want a dead animal.
Meat and meat, please.
he says, yes, meat and perhaps some wine, and of course water and whatever we have. And he tells the servants they go away, and he says, right then, so is there anything else interesting that happened? The house itself, is it in a state of complete disrepair? Is it salvageable, or?
Well,
You would need a lot of work. I think it's easier to just tear down and rebuild.
It would
If
probably
that's
be
what you
worth.
want.
It would probably be worth fixing up, but it's not anywhere near anything. You know, it's a few hours away from Saltmarsh, and
Hmm.
there's not much out
Yeah.
there.
Not even
It
for
does
an
have,
outpost or something of the
and
sort.
possibly yes, it does have a nice passage into the caverns below, which lead to the sea.
Oh. Oh, I
I would
see.
take care with any restoration as well. There was an infestation.
Oh yeah, infestations of plenty bugs.
Oh, just
Burn it to the ground.
just insects? I mean, that's to be expected.
Yeah,
Sturgeon.
insects and small animals. Yeah,
Sturgeon.
Hmm.
Or how do you pronounce them?
Oh, yeah, troublesome lot.
Sturgy, spiders, mice.
Yeah, perhaps and
weasels.
perhaps a
Yup,
torch,
giant weasels.
torch and oil job then.
Yeah, that was my suggestion as soon as I seen it. To be honest,
Mm.
Giant rabbit weasels.
rabid weasels or rabbit weasels.
Rabbit.
Rabbit.
Wabbits.
It's
Wabbit
wabbit
season.
season.
It's wabbit weasels.
I'm sure your companion will come back with this information, but two of them did escape of the smugglers.
But he didn't see that. He was unconscious.
Oh, the oh,
That's a very good point, actually.
how many was there?
Counting
You want us to go
roughly.
back and
And
count the
you can
bodies?
see him taking notes too as he's asking these questions. He's got like a little
there
notebook, leather
Around
bound.
7 humans, I'd say. To
Oh,
help
there
out.
was five. Right, there was Ned. Okay,
There was 3 in the main room, then Ned
The
attacked
dead
us,
guy in
then
the
they came back with
basement.
4, and then 2 hobgoblins. There's around 7 or 8 of them.
and the two that left.
And 2 at left, you're right.
And 4 skeletons.
I caught. I'm counting skeletons. Caught 10. 10 bandits,
Right.
smugglers, thugs,
Approximately.
whatever you want to call them.
People.
So we can suspect that's maybe only half of their forces then.
If they have a ship, it will be well less than half.
Hmm. Yeah, perhaps. He says, "Well, again, I appreciate the help, and I hope you'd be open to any future work that we might have at the council. And I could introduce you to the rest. There's many of us. But strangely enough,
I still-
Primewater is. They mention him. He is a member of the council.
Hmm.
I knew it.
It may
But
be a matter that you
do-
could take up with them yourself.
do you have any evidence that he is involved?
Only word of mouth.
Yeah. Well, I do have this coat, and I want to show him the green coat that we found in the room.
Mm.
If that's he's seen the guy wear it before, or I don't know.
You show him the coat, did you say?
Yeah, the green slime jacket.
Alright, it's not slime.
Whatever.
Okay, he looks at it
That's what I wrote
and
down.
he says, "Wow, it's a fine coat, but I've I don't pay too much mind to the fashion of my peers, to be honest with you. So I couldn't say who this belongs to, if anyone I know.
Is there any symbols on it?
Not that you can see. It's just kind of embroidered with like gold, stitching. It's like green. It's like a green color with this like gold trim and gold embroidery, almost in like a Celtic type pattern.
Okay, I'll put it back in my bag then.
He says it's hard to investigate into someone, especially of Gillen's standing in Saltmarsh without any hard evidence. But I will perhaps speak to the other members and see what they think. And if you ever come across any more evidence of such things, it'd be good to let me know.
Very well.
Yeah, and just so you guys know, bear in mind, this is like, you're approaching like evening time and stuff. It's like getting kind of late. But not long passes before. Oh, sorry. Firstly, he says to you, Callius, he says, "Oh yes, and you believe you wanted some kind of information. What was that about again?"
Oh, and like I show him like my belt buckle and I show him like the journal, and I'm looking to see if I can find any information more about these emblems. If anyone's been seen wearing them or anything.
He gives them a look over and he says, "Yeah, they can't say I've ever seen anything like this. Your best bet would be a fellow named Crag, half orc gentleman. He's a sharp one, and he organizes old Etlander's library in town. You can usually find him up by the Temple of Procan. He's the gravekeeper up there. In fact, given the time, he's probably just finishing up his work for the day. You might be able to catch him."
Oh, well, whereabouts is this temple about? How far is that away?
Not far from here. If you just head out and go eastward, and you'll find like kind of a small cliff overhang area. If you just head up there, in fact, you passed it on the way in. Um, yeah, the large temple of Procan, kind of on the cliffside, and then there's a grave site. I believe is reserved for those who've fallen at sea.
Oh,
He would be your best bet in terms of obscure lore and the such of the region, and anything that's got anything to do with mystic or anything like that.
I don't think it's mystics. I'm just part of a group.
Oh,
I
it's
think.
it's a group insignia.
I think so. I don't. I'm not too sure. It's just hard to remember.
Is well, if anyone,
I took
Yeah,
a bump.
his memory is slightly fucked up.
you could, I guess you could maybe ask if it's some kind of group, hopefully not criminal, but you could perhaps ask Outlander or someone of esteem in the town guard. Um, I suppose. But if it's more obscure than that, then Crag's probably your best bet.
I'll see if I can find Crag on my way back to the inn tonight before I rest up. Thank you for that.
Sure. And at this point, you hear several footfalls coming closer from the back of the manor, in which there appear to be stairs descending, but they come up the way, head down a hallway towards you. You can see Scaren's kind of like wiping his hands, and uh, he's got the unmanacled man Alfred in a state. Um, you don't see he's not like dripping of blood or anything, but you can see he's very weak, and they've got like one of the guards is kind of dragging him by the arms and kind of lies him flat down on the middle of the ground, and then the other guard walks over and hands your manacles back to you, Badaram. And Scarin says, where the fuck am I? Here. So much shit. Nope. Bro, I forgot this. He says, well, it looks like this one isn't completely useless. We got some information. And Anders is like, oh, that's great. Is he alright? Or, and then Scaren's kind of like, yes, he'll live. You may take him to the jail now. Perhaps the guards would like to question him further. And he walks towards Anders and whispers in his ear. And Anders looks to you and he says, no, that's fine, Scarin. What you can say to me, you can say to everyone else here. He goes, sir, I don't think that's a good idea. And he says,
I can keep a secret. And I like sit there with like my hand underneath my chin.
Yeah, he's got the memory of a goldfish anyway.
Ooh.
What was that? I forgot what you said.
In any case, I'm a member of this town's guard. I feel like any information pertinent to defending the town would be useful.
Anders says, exactly, yes, Garen. Come on now. These are our new guests and friends. They did do a great job and a great service to Saltmarsh. And Garen just kind of like eyes all of you over and says, as you wish. It turns out he is, in fact, part of a larger smuggling group bringing in goods, and apparently they do dabble in some sort of slavery, it seems. Although I could not for the life of me get any information about the esteemed Prime Water from him.
I see.
I'm not sure whether he resisted the interrogation or he doesn't actually know. I couldn't tell. It turns out that a week from today is when their ship, which is apparently called the Sea Ghost, will come back to the site from which you just came to drop off another shipment of smuggled goods and miscellaneous things. If you understand me correctly.
Yes.
Apart from this, I didn't get anything else of use. And you may do what you wish with them.
Well, that's very good information. Well done. We have this signal lamp I mentioned earlier. That there's a way to signal the ships to tell them it is safe to land.
And then Anders like, oh, so, nope.
Nope.
I wasn't speaking to you.
I didn't think so.
But Anders is like, oh, and do you know how the signaling works, perchance?
Yes, I do.
You do?
Yes, I do.
How? He's just like taken aback. He's like, you're not in league with smugglers, are you?
No, I found their notes
Oh, I see.
next to the lamp. It was in the same place. It was pretty easy.
So you know how to operate their signaling.
Yeah.
He says,
Yeah.
we should definitely take this information to the council. This would be a great chance to catch him off guard by surprise.
Yeah, this is great. What I
Yeah,
think we should
It
maybe
would
do.
be if
the
few of
the
them didn't
problem
escape.
is, as you say, this.
Oh, right, there is the matter of you letting a couple get. What was the nature of their escape exactly?
One left by ship or by a small
rowboat.
Mm,
And the other got in the woods. We don't know where they went.
I see.
We weren't
It
able
was
to.
wounded. He might die for infection.
So,
Or maybe an animal got him.
the one who left by boat, what kind of boat was it exactly? It couldn't have been big if it was operated by one
No,
man.
it was
No, the rowboat.
yeah,
A
a tiny
rowboat.
thing.
Oh, I think I do not. I mean, the the thing about that is he's not going to get very far in a rowboat, is he? He's not going to go very deep out to sea.
Absolutely.
He probably has to stop somewhere along the coast, rather.
I'd assume, and this is just what I would do in the situation, is escape for one. Obviously, you can't really go anywhere except along the coast. So basically, go along the coast, get out of the rowboat back onto land, and then hide for a bit until if the person or the people that escaped know the ship's coming back in a week's time, come back in a week's time. Hope they pick you up and you can rejoin the rest of them.
Are you sure you're not part of the smugglers?
Pretty sure.
I mean,
Inside check that.
go ahead.
Yeah, go for it.
Review your secrets to me.
You can make the relevant. You can whisper the relevant thing to me if you want, or I'll
I'm
check.
not. I'm not lying.
Okay.
I whisper.
Just the /W, then do your roll. /WGM, and then roll.
Right.
Or you could just do it in the settings of your sheet, actually. You can just click a
Yeah.
tick box that's like Whisper GM.
I found a setting. Well, yeah.
Whichever one that you need to roll, dude.
Guess in a roll in that one.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't believe he is a smuggler.
Hmm.
I give you a big grin.
He just knows too much.
He is a bit shady, though.
Oh, he's shady.
I'm not shady.
With 2 rows of claws on his shoulder.
Yeah. Anders says, if these smugglers and alleged slave traders, if they are out to sea and are due in a week's time, there's no way for these escapees to likely meet up with them in the meantime. However, they may attempt to return in your wake of leaving them alive, or of course still operating. They may return back to the site to obviously warn their friends or get picked up. All the more reason I think we should prepare to stop this. By we, of course, I mean the council. I will obviously have to bring this to them and see what they think. But you wouldn't be against further employment, would you, if we needed help?
Of course not.
If there's pay involved.
I begin my guard duty in a few days, but if I can spare time, I will help.
So of course, the council can arrange something with Etlander. We we have members on the council, representatives of the crown, such as Manistrad. She could probably lend a voice to this cause. However, it is getting rather late at the moment. Is there anything else I can help you with before you obviously get your much deserved rest for tonight?
No, you have fed us and paid us, and we're all happy, I think.
Good.
Wait, so when do you want us to meet the council?
He says, perhaps in the morning. What? How do I find you? Are you all sorry, I hate to just assume, but are you together or
You know where I live.
I
The
do?
fuck is that noise?
That's me.
What are you doing? You sharpening your nails or something?
Yep.
Sharp.
Getting those
Right,
cat
sorry.
claws. Yeah,
So-
he's just asking like how to reach you guys, where you're all chilling for the night, and how we can get in touch with you.
I guess I'm going to be at the empty net.
But I'm not due to arrive at the barracks for a few days, so I'll be joining you in the empty net.
No, we don't have to do that.
I'll be my shack.
I will
Right.
come to
Your
the empty net
shack.
when you wake.
He says,
alright.
"Where's your shack located? I could send someone for you if need be."
Not from here. Not far. You won't miss him.
So let's go with empty net.
Right. So
I've been staying there for a few weeks anyway, so.
yes. Empty net. Quite a squalid place, but I'm sure it's fine.
Kreb's nice.
Yes, crib.
Crib Schenker, the owner, the barman.
Yeah, I've heard things.
Big guy, broken nose, lots of tattoos.
Yeah. Yep. I think it rings a bell.
Good.
Anyhow, yeah. Feel free to finish up the food and drink we've had laid out for you. I'm going to retire, however, and feel free to see yourselves out.
Well, I hope we're giving you lots to think about.
Oh, you have, and I will definitely be in touch. Don't worry. Me and the council, and we should convene sometime, perhaps in the early afternoon tomorrow, if that suits.
Okay.
We'll be there.
Very well.
Great. goodbye and good night. And
Rest well, Mr. Summer.
yeah, he stands up, gives you a bow, scaring, cold as always, just turns, looks at you over his shoulder and follows. In fact, he waits for a few moments as Anders makes his way to up the stairs. He's got like it's like this grand dining room with stairs on each side leading up into the upper floors, and it goes even further into the next floor. And he kind of goes up to the first floor and heads off to one of the wings of the manor. And Scarin stands there for a moment, just in silence,
I'll wink at
watching
him.
it. He just doesn't even entertain doing anything back.
Oh boy.
Is something the problem, sir?
No.
I presume you're waiting for us to leave.
But of course, I can't have a bunch of unsupervised strangers going around the Solmore Manor.
Ah, yes. I see that. Very well. Is everyone finished?
I say,
Yep.
yep. I will meet you guys at the
Yeah, you
internet
feel
later.
very unwelcome once Anders leaves. He goes away and you just feel like, oof.
So come here often.
Just absolutely get the fuck out, eyes.
Pretty much.
Come on, man.
Yeah, these are the eyes of get the fuck out, mate.
Get out my face, mate.
So you guys leave Anders Solmore's manor and lead out into his courtyard. Where is everyone going?
Where's the fucking... Did we get the guy? The prisoner? Where is it?
Did you, yeah, sorry, did you take him?
Yes.
He is not manacled, but he is in no state to like. You could put him up on your shoulder and he'll kind of
Yeah.
walk with you.
Yeah, I'll do that.
You're not sure what's been done to him though, just at first glance.
Something cool.
Can I do like a medicine check on him to see if he's fucking like lost blood or something? Like, is he pale? His state of general well-being.
Yeah, go ahead and make a medicine check.
Oh
He's
yeah.
depressed.
He's been beat up to shit.
It looks like he has these strange series of. You barely even notice. He's got these strange like scratches, like hairline scratches, these little dots all around like his kind of neck and shoulder area, and you're not sure what implement could have even inflicted those kind of wounds and how it even doesn't even look painful. You're just kind of like, you're looking. There's no bruising other than the bruising dealt to him by you dropping him and stuff. But yeah, you don't see any like fatal wounds or he's not bleeding out. He's hardly even bled.
Can you speak?
He doesn't reply. He's just kind of like moaning, groaning the whole time.
Christ.
Who cares? Not our problem now. Let's take him to the guard's house and chuck him at them.
Yes. Take him to the jailer, whose name I've forgotten.
His name is. It was given to you, so I'll tell you. Boop. His name. Oh, wrong bit. Wrong bit. Barracks. Craddock Stonehorn.
Craddock Stonehorn.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
So, it's getting late. Do you all usher this fucked up boy to the barracks?
No.
I go to the general
No,
store.
I'll go to the empty net.
I'm going to check.
This was what y'all do then.
Alright. Amos goes to the shack. Frida, what are you doing? Empty net?
Yep.
Swash, what are you doing?
I'm going to a store of some sort with my silk.
A store.
I think a tailor shop.
You tailor shop. I'm interested.
Something that sells clothes.
You think
Half decent
you
clothes.
think the best place to probably sell this would be the Green Market. It's a market in town which
Yes, definitely.
sells
that's what I-
everything non-fish. It's kind of in the middle of town, just over the Sharpton Bridge. And You're not sure whether it operates this late, but you can check.
I will check. Just wander through.
Okay. And Callias, where are you going?
I'm gonna go see if I can meet this Craig fellow.
I mean Craig.
Craig, sorry.
Alright. Fucking Craig. Like,
Craig.
some American like fucking name.
Craig.
Craig is the Scottish name.
The way you say it,
Fuck
though,
up.
Craig.
Craig.
It's like
Craig
Craig is like
Craig.
the Scotland. Sure. Like,
One of many things the Americans have butchered.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Craig's everywhere. I've no feet.
Yeah. So Balaram, you take this man. You have to walk him a fair distance. You walk him down to the west, along like the sort of port side, over the Sharkfin Bridge, and to the northwest.
Halfway through, I kind of get tired of like having him over my shoulder, so I actually pick him up and put him over my shoulder.
Yeah. You basically drag him all the way. In the meantime, you do get some odd looks here and there, and you drag him all the way back to the where you were told. Did you you probably asked for directions in town and stuff, and because you've got
Yeah.
the like light blue Crown's Guard attire on, most people like comply, even though they do give you odd looks. You don't exactly see any. You've not seen a single Dragonborn in town since you've been here, so it's kind of a sight to behold for most folks. You walk over to Sharkfin, you bring him up, and what you see is this. It's like a large rectangular building with a tower attached to it, and also like a fenced courtyard out front. And as you bring him in, you see there are, of course, like guards leaving and coming in at the same time. And as you come into the main sort of room where there's a desk, and it is kind of like a police officer station type thing. They've got like the desk with the sort of wooden like barding around it, and you see sat there, sort of reclined in his chair, late at night, is a man who has long straight brown hair. He's got sort of like rough red skin. He's got an eye patch on his right eye, and he looks up and sees you, and he kind of just like belches. He just goes like, "Brr." Who are you then?
New guard, Corporal Galra.
And he kind of just like does like the dad groan, where like whenever your dad moves, he kind of goes, ugh, and he kind of like sets up and goes, all right, what's he in for?
Smuggling.
Oh my, smuggling, eh? And he kind of looks down and tries to get a glimpse at his face. It's like, what happened to him? Too hard with the
I
club.
couldn't tell you.
And he looks and he says, he looks at you and he says, smuggling. Right. Anyhow, yeah, just chuck him in that cell over there. And he stands up and walks over to the side, and you see there's like a corridor filled with like these wooden doors decorating each side, and they've got these little like hatches where obviously you can put food in. Kind of like these heavy wooden doors with like iron, like sort of trim and rivets and all that kind of thing, reinforcing it. And he kind of just like starts trying doors. He forgets which one's got like people in it, and he tries one and he goes, "Oh, there's an empty one. Chuck him in there."
I walk in again and put him down. Like, is there a bed in there? Or
It's like a bedroll.
okay, I'll put him down in the bedroll.
All right, you put him down.
Wait, is it rolled up or is it like outfolded?
No, it's out. There's like a
Okay.
bedroll. There's a pot, like a fucking bedpan type thing, and that's about it. It's bare. It's 10 by 10 feet. But yeah, you lay him down, and he says, "Smuggling, eh? Guess we'll figure out your punishment tomorrow." And he shuts the door, looks at you, and says, "You're responsible for this, or?"
Not for what was done for him, no. Information was tried to be pried out of him, but it's something I've not seen. I don't know what's wrong with him.
Nah, well,
I did bring him in though.
I'll question him in the morning, don't worry. Shift's almost over.
All right then.
He says,
Take care.
Craddock, by the way. Puts out his meaty claw of a hand.
Bother him, and I'm his.
He gives you a nod and says, aye, Outlander was by over here earlier telling there's a dragonborn bloke coming into town, but I never seen one of your lot, not in a while.
Yeah, I've not seen many around myself.
Yeah, you won't get much around here. This is where they usually send us grounds guards to retire, to be honest with you. He says,
No, it didn't,
you're not
doesn't seem like
getting
that in my
on
kingdom.
in age, are you? Like,
Nah,
no offense, of course, no offense.
none taken.
He says, anyway, uh, looks like you're putting the work in already, son.
Yeah, seems like that way. Town was busy when I turned up.
Yeah, well,
All that sea folk.
I won't get used to too much going on around here, just the usual riffraff. But, good job. See you in a few.
Oh, seen a few. And I leave to the internet.
And he goes back to his chair behind his desk and starts stuffing his face with, like, what looks like lobster or something. It's like buttered lobster. You guys are going to the empty net. You're going back to the shack. Callius, you head towards the Temple of Procan.
Yeah.
Alright, you head up the road, up the hill that you guys kind of just came down. It's literally, you walked right past it, coming in the road from the east. Yeah. Damn. I've got this whole thing turned around actually. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, coming in from the east, you literally walk past the Temple of Procan and you see behind it is quite a large plot of land dedicated as a graveyard. And you do see there's kind of like torches lit sort of sporadically throughout, and as the sun is set now, and you see a dark figure kind of moving around in the graveyard.
Oh, well, that looks like the boy. How far away is he?
I'd say like a good 400 meters.
It's pretty fucking far.
Yeah, he's pretty
Uh,
far. There's a big bit of graveyard. Like, you know.
I mean, I'll just.
Oh, this shit's in
basically,
feet. I guess if it helps, like 500 feet.
uh, I guess I'll just respectfully into the graveyard and I'll approach him and then, like, when I get to about, like, 100 feet, I'll, like, make my presence known.
Yeah. He's currently looks like he's burying someone, using a shovel, obviously, just like shoveling dirt into this hole, where there's a gravestone. As you approach, let's see, Crag. What you see, alright, so as you approach, what you see is this quite large man. He's got like soft grey skin. He's got slightly protruding bottom tusks, and he's kind of got this like black mohawk. Kind of a burly guy, and he's shoveling dirt. And he kind of stops as you approach and turns to face you, and just looks at you with his. He like stabs his shovel into the dirt and kind of leans on it as he looks at you.
Oh, sorry to disturb you at your work, but, Anders told me
Anders.
you might be able to help me with something.
And he kind of just looks you up and down and says, "And who are you?"
Oh, I'm Callius. Callius Redwood.
He says, "Do you like put your hand to shake?"
Yeah, like it's like I'm scared. Like I'm like, oh god, I better put my hand out to shake in respect.
He goes, he with that, as you put your hand out, he grabs his shovel and sticks it into your hand and says, "Help me with this, and I'll answer your questions."
uh, Sure. Yeah. Okay.
And you guys start shoveling the dirt, and as you pat down, he literally does it in silence the entire time. Doesn't say a word. It's up to you if you want to say something to him.
Like I just respect the silence.
Yeah.
I, I'm like looking at him, like I'm like giving a glance, like is this guy crazy or something? But
Yeah, he pats it down, and then he puts his hand out to take the shovel from you.
and I'll give it back to him.
He says, "Come,"
Cool.
and
I'm like sure.
he walks towards the temple, and there's like a little outhouse kind of thing where he puts the tools back, closes and locks it up, and as you guys are stood kind of at the entranceway into the graveyard, he says, "Sure, what is it?"
And I'm like, well, see, I've lost my memory. I was attacked by something or someone. I was with two people, but I can't I cannot remember who they were for the life of me. But I do know we were all wearing this same insignia, and I like pull out the journal to show him,
Uh
and I'm like I flick through the pages and that, and I'm like, for most of the pages there's like this cipher in it, but when the last page with anything written, it tells me come to Saltmarsh. But as far as I've been in the town, I haven't seen anyone yet. But Anders thinks you might be able to help me if I don't know if he thinks you're pretty knowledgeable in insignias or if you're pretty perceptive.
He says, "Yes, I'm the lore keeper."
Oh,
He said, "Did you show him the insignias?"
yeah.
He says, "Strange, interesting. I've never seen anything like it. I could take you to the library."
Oh, that would be helpful. Yes, thank you.
But you must offer up an offering to those who have fallen at sea."
Oh, oh God. this this guy never think.
And he pulls out his war pick. Starts.
Oh my
No,
God.
I'm joking.
Oh, Jesus.
Actually, one sec. That's probably a good time to take a break, actually. If you guys want to take 5 there.
Yeah. I'll let the boogie.
Cool.
And then we'll come
Fine
back
by
to
me.
and they'll give you time to think of an offer. Jesus
And how
Christ.
to
Them
attack
got-
him back.
A bloody party streamers. Let's go.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Hello, my fellow gamers.
Hello, goldfish.
Alright.
Goldfish.
Yeah, goldfish.
Isn't that shit a myth?
What, the goldfish got no memory?
Just had a guy in our chat asking if we need someone to commission maps.
Yes, of course. We're like Critical Role. Exactly the same.
Basically, Critical
Sponsored by that
Role
one guy. We're sponsored by Critical Role. They've got all that money, and they're just throwing it at us. What a waste.
You.
You sort of fantasy team for TI. Ooh.
Who was it?
And you get my fantasy team for TI, sorry.
Oh,
That's a decline.
TI, more like P-Pie. God.
Oof.
the international, more like tremendous income for the team that wins.
Yeah, 3 million each.
Fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, and I seen like a couple weeks ago on Normie TV, they had some kid.
Normie TV.
They had some kid on from Fortnite who won like 1 million, and like they were all like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, you won 1 million!"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" was
No, I
like,
won 3 million.
Yeah, 1-3.
Yeah. It was 3 million for first place.
"Oh,
Ah,
In solos.
what the fuck?" When I seen it, they just put 1 million on the like Normie news. Anyway, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, bitch has been winning millions on video games for like the past 6 years or something.
Yeah.
I was like, how's
Yeah.
this news?
Yeah, 'cause, like, the first kind of like really big prize pool for the international was like TI 3 or 4, wasn't it?
TI3 was like when it got massive.
Yeah, because it
It's
was
a
like it went
million,
from
for TI 1 and 2, then
Yeah,
TI 3
yeah.
was like several
8.
million. Yeah.
it was like 8 million or something. It was the first time we did the compendiums.
damn.
Meanwhile, in
I
League of
remember,
Legends,
I remember watching Halo 2 competitions, and
For
like
$2.
the fucking top prize was like a graphics card. It was like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
Between
there's a
team.
Radeon fucking HD 7970 or something like that. Well, I don't know even before then, but yeah,
Yeah, sounds about right.
it was like yay.
There we go. We're sorry.
Yo, we got a new follower on Twitch.
That was when actually I was around about
That's
well
cool.
before Ninja started streaming. He was playing a lot of these things.
yeah, Ninja was a Halo pro.
He was a Halo player, Halo
Yeah.
player, I should say.
Yeah, I heard that.
He was really good.
Yeah, he won like quite a lot of tournaments, did he not?
Yeah.
What a sellout.
I can't mind what team he played on though.
Yeah,
It's
oh
not,
my
it's
god.
not EG.
You know he made 50 grand. I can't remember. He made 50 million in the transfer to Mixer.
Oh yeah.
50 million? Are you having a giggle?
50 fucking
I heard it
million.
was a few million. I was like, alright, fair enough.
A few, aye.
Yeah.
Just a few.
A few tens.
Just pocket
A few
change.
tens.
Pocket change, yeah, well, that's what
The
it was.
fucking Microsoft, that is pocket change.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
That's a rounding error.
Bill Gates is just like, be my friend. And Judge is just like, I'll be your friend. Opens the door to him.
Yeah.
Jedi's like in a salad right now.
she's going back for Ned.
I was like, how did you get tied up, Ned? That druid came along. You mean that ranger? No, the druid.
You may as well play the ranger to start with. You never used the beast shape.
Yeah.
Is everyone back?
I think so.
I did use beast shape when I was Neil.
Yeah, she did a few times. I remember using it.
I don't think
Name
you
one
did.
time.
Yeah.
Name one time.
Well, when I was a cave bear or when I was a giant owl.
Giant wasp. Never
Yeah.
forget.
You got a
I know.
spider as well at one point. When we all fell down the big
Oh.
fucking like thing.
Yeah.
That's like half a dozen.
It's like 4. It's not even half a dozen.
I did shape when I was Neo. I didn't shape when I was Atara. There was no point. What do I shape into a stinge?
Yeah. Leave again.
Did you know how
Hook
much
power,
damage
man.
those things do?
If you had a hook power, we could have pretended you were fucking.
Frank.
I didn't have that.
Yeah.
The cores aren't beasts.
Oh, they're not. Fuck's sake.
They're
Ooh.
living
Nah, they're like
people.
monstrosities or something.
Yeah.
Wow. How can you hate Frank like that? We had.
Rip your pet hook core. Jesus.
That's
Was
fine.
it no they killed it? After what was
Well, technically, it didn't die.
it? No, it did. It got squished under a fucking worm after falling down its hole.
No, it was keep moaning around. And I remember at that time I was a giant spider and I fashioned a web like saying Frank leaves, but nobody gives
No,
a fuck. So
Frank died in
no, it didn't.
the worm.
It didn't.
Yeah, he fell down
It
a
was
hole.
just yeah, it was in the hole,
Yeah,
but
and
it
then
was
we
not
squished him with a
dead.
worm.
We just left him for dead.
No, we squished him with a worm.
Nah, you could have
No,
saved
we
them.
didn't.
You
The
could,
polymorph spell wore off and the worm came back on top
Yeah,
of
but
Frank.
the worm came back in another point.
yeah.
No, it was managed.
There was like a whole round between it. You could have saved him.
Oh yeah, fuck that.
Another one shot.
I don't like that thing anyway.
Looking for
The
Frank.
Dragon Slayer.
Yeah,
Right.
fuck me.
Wait, weak to worm types, right?
Excuse me.
Who said that?
What the fuck?
Excuse
Oh,
me.
that was my audio leaking again.
Uh-huh.
Ah, shit.
That's
Alright,
my audio weekend.
so back to what Callius is doing. Craig, the half-orc, graveskeeper slash lore master, has asked you to give a offering
Sacrifice.
Offering.
in order for him to give you thingy.
And I say, Tom, how would 20 gold pieces suffice?
He says, I don't need gold. Neither does Pukan.
What does Pukan need?
Something of sentimental value. Preferably something you found at sea.
I don't think I've ever been at the sea.
Can I grow?
And I instantly think, I need the silk.
You need the silk.
I need the silk.
I could offer him Joffrey. Found him at sea.
Like,
He says, also potent alcohol.
alcohol.
Fine foods, potent alcohol. Valuable
have
treasures.
rations.
Do you have any valuable trinkets?
Yeah, well, and I show him. I'll show him one of my fancy arrows, Jordan.
Okay. You show him a fancy arrow and he looks at it and goes, "What's this?"
It's an arrow that's more efficient at its job than most. And I like pull out the last remaining normie arrow that boy sold me.
Mm.
And I like show him like, can you not see the difference? And I like just like explaining like how the slender look of this elvish arrow is way more efficient at killing than the other one.
Alright, make a persuasion check.
Demonstrate.
Alright, persuasion, here we go, boys. Crit, please. What the hell?
Nice.
Wow.
Oh my fucking god.
Bruh.
Shit, dude.
Well, trying to explain you spit in his eyes.
You fall in the sea, you fall in the ocean, you are the sacrifice.
I am the offering.
He says, he looks at you and goes, "Do you take me for a fool?"
I mean,
Give, he says, "Give me the 20 gold."
okay, I'll give you the 20 gold.
He takes it, and then he says, "Wait, here."
I'll wait.
He goes inside the temple, and after a few moments pass, he comes back, and he kind of groans and goes, "Come, this way."
And I follow him.
You follow him to the other side of town, the west side of town, where eventually he takes you to. He takes you all the way to the western outskirts, where there is a sizable house on like the cliff's edge on the other side of town, and he says, "This is Mr. Fireborn's library." He says, "If you try anything, you'll regret it."
No, I don't plan. Well, I don't plan on trying anything.
I only say this because you're very strange.
I'm visibly sad.
And he says, "Right, inside we shall look for this insignias, I suppose." And he brings you inside, and what you see is, yeah, you come in, and right away this large stone and wooden building, it's only ground floor, first floor, but you see the first floor doesn't actually accommodate any housing or anything. It's mostly to support the library, of which there are many books decorating like each wall of the house, in this room at least. And there are some. There's like a small corridor which leads off, and it seems like that would go off into bedrooms and such. And Craig, like as he opens the door, he says, "Ertlander, I've come to organize the library." And he doesn't hear a reply. He says, "He's not in."
Is that a good thing?
It's fine. Usually he's home by now.
What does he do?
He's. Are you new here?
Yes.
You're not from. What's it called? He says, "You're not from Silverstand."
Thinks very hard. No.
He says, "Why are you here then? I only know of elves from Silverstand."
Well, you see, I don't have any memory at all. As far as I know, I could be from the ocean.
You're not a she elf. You do not have the pigment of one. Nor
Okay.
nor do you have the gills on the neck. And he kind of pokes you in the neck,
Ow.
where the gills would be, with his kind of big, thick finger.
Ooh. You not use a thinner finger?
He says, "You're no she elf. I've met she elves."
Okay, I'm maybe not from the ocean. I'm from a distant land. I think.
I am afraid most of the books are related to the nearby regions. There's someone arcane and such, but you don't look like the types. That's more of Kelladek's thing. He sometimes buys books from here. Anyways, let's have a look. And he slams the door behind you. ushers you in, and yeah, you've got like the stereotypical ladders, which lets you get up to the higher reaches. And he says, "Do you know anything about this? Where do we start?" I will admit,
I was,
you have me interested.
as far as I can remember, I've worked with these two other elves, and I think we were hunters of some kind.
Hunters. Right, that narrows it down. And I'll say Callius. He says, "Let's get to work," and make an investigation check with advantage since you've been helped.
Please don't give me two numbers the same. Oh
10.
god.
You guys, okay, you
Hurrah.
spend a long time, like, alright, you start looking and thumbing through, you see a lot about the local area, Burley, you find one on Silverstand. It's like, Silverstand's a local forest just next to Burley where apparently some wood elves reside, and they kind of work together with the guard in Burley and stuff. And you actually find, like, you're kind of like reading about it, you're like, oh, elf stuff, maybe it's in here. And as you're reading through, you also find out that in Burley they have a tree in, which works with like the town guard there. And then as you're thumbing through it, like, Craig kind of approaches you and he's like, "That doesn't look relevant. Put it back in the correct place where you found it."
Yes, like instantly close the book and put it back where I found
You
it.
you guys spend a long time, like, you start thumbing through, and eventually a gruff, dark-haired, scarred face Outlander approaches, comes through the door after like an hour or so, and he notices Crag, and he's like, "Ah, Crag, reorganizing the library." He says, "Yes, and we have a guest. I'm helping him solve a mystery." And then there just kind of waves and says, "Right then, I trust you. I'll leave you to it. I'm going to retire." And he goes down the corridor and into one of the rooms, and you hear the door click shut. And he says, "We don't have all night. I'd rather find this sooner than later." With a 10 though, you keep going, you keep going. Eventually, just looking specifically for your insignia, you do come across something. Um. Um. Okay, so as you're looking, you come across a book, and emblazoned on the front it's like a leather-bound book, dark red leather, and you see 3 emblems, kind of similar to yours, decorating the front. The book is titled The Shifting Fae, and the author is Leo Welfer. Give you a sec. As you take the time to thumb through it, you see that this apparent Leo Welfer was some kind of actually, this Leo Welfer was some kind of bard of long ago, years past, who came across some kind of mystical elves in his travel, and for some time he tried to track them down and chronicle what they were doing and find out who they were, but it was kind of difficult as he chronicles due to their ability from shift to place at will. The 3 emblems similar to yours is the one that's similar is a dragon soaring with wings, and there's like kind of these wisps trickling from it. And the other 2 emblems, one of them appears to be a large crescent wave, and the last is an hourglass with an infinity, like a figure 8 on its side, so like an infinity symbol type thing. As you're reading through it, one of the only readable passages in the latest dates back to a couple hundred years ago, where this bard is apparently chronicling following these elves into the Saltmarsh region, into the western reaches of Dreadwood. Apparently, he feels like he's closing in on them and seems to be tracking, and they seem to be tracking something to do with a citadel, where apparently there was some sort of dragon worshipping cult trying to pull something into the plane. The entries stop here due to the weathering. And Kraken of approaches and says, "Did you find something?"
This is interesting. The book, he talks about elves he was tracking, but from hundreds of years ago. And the last passage in the book mentions them being in the Dreadwood. When I woke up, I was in the Dreadwood.
He says, "Are you saying you were there for 200 years?"
I think I would have a wrinkle or two by then.
Yes. It does not seem reasonable. What is this about Citadel?
Yeah, it's talking about something.
He starts flicking
It's
through it.
elves. Yeah,
He
like,
just
I
like grabs it
sure.
and he starts flicking and he says, "Yes. Apparently this bard states that this apparent citadel was home to some secret dragon cult. Riches held equal to a dragon's hoard. Interesting. Maybe you should ask around. However, 200 years. Most of this town are humans. You may have a hard time finding something, but you never know."
Is there any sort of ruins near Saltmarsh? Even perhaps out towards the ocean?
Ruins? Well, there's a number of islands off the coast. Apparently, there's signs of old civilizations there, but no one really goes there. I don't know. I've heard stories and read books about things laying in the drowned forest and the Dreadwood and the hills nearby. There are small ruins. Why do you ask?
Well, maybe I could find more information about the citadel or something. Perhaps maybe we were on the trail. Maybe we were like treasure hunters or something, looking for this citadel that this man speaks of.
Perhaps. This is quite interesting. If you pursue this, keep a record and bring it to me.
How about I do you one better? I'll track it through this journal myself, and I like using the journal I've got in my possession.
Mm-hmm.
It might be a bestseller one day.
He kind of looks at you and resists the urge to roll his eyes.
I'm like, I appreciate you not rolling your eyes.
And
I saw that.
yeah, his eyes kind of like flinch. And he goes, "Yes. Citadel. I may have a look into this further. In your absence, of course, you can't stay here all night."
And I understand. I have a place to stay. Do not worry. I appreciate all your help, guy.
It is fine. Don't bother me too much.
I will not. I won't make it a habit.
Right, you may leave now. I'm also going to leave.
Like sounds like a good idea.
And you guys leave. The rest of you who are going to the empty net, Swash, you kind of like bump into someone on the way to the empty net. and it appears to be this.
Ahem. I was going to the merchants.
Oh, you're
Oh,
going.
sorry.
Oh, sorry. Uh, the rest of you, you're going to the empty net. That's fine. You're going to the market. Yeah, you bump into someone on the way to the market. Then,
Alright then.
like literally, appears to
Oh.
be a like 7 foot tall man with a red wrapping around his head. Um, big long black beard fades into white at the tips. This big, he looks big, strong, muscular, and he's got his left eye is pure white. And he kind of like, you kind of minding your own business. You feel like a push, and he kind of walks through you, and you just like catch him, and you've maybe seen him around once or twice, but he's kind of like a prominent looking, doesn't fit in, let's just say. But you just walk past. You go to the green market. There's hardly anything there. There's like a couple of people who are sort of packing up and getting ready to leave.
Any of them look like cloth merchants or tailors, etc.
No, most of them look to be dealing in like kind of trinkets balls and also like lamps and the candles and things.
If there's no one there, I just goes back to the pub.
No worries. You guys head back to the empty net.
Yep.
You see Kreb is there and he goes, "Hey, it's me, Kreb. I am Kreb. You want room? Da,
Yes, please.
da, room.
The room.
What number of room?"
I want one.
So he says room each. He says, he kind of looks at you, he says, "For you, 5 silver.
Okay, my dude.
My dude. No, I'm Kreb.
Okay, Kreb. I'll give you a gold
Uh,
and you give me some beer.
Good. And yeah, he's down. He gives you some beer. The rest of you, do you all get a room?
I mean, if I came back at this point, yeah.
Yeah, by this point, well, they would have got arrived first, obviously. You and then Swash would arrive just before you. Then you would arrive. Then Callius would be last, if he does go into the empty net.
Yeah, I'm going to empty net.
Yeah, you guys would all arrive kind of sporadically, and Callius would come in later than everyone else.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, I get room.
Yeah, he charges you all 5 silver, except Frida, you get a gold and you get some beer.
I'm free.
Yeah, he's got the arrangement sorted.
Okay,
Amos, you fuck off.
I'll drink my ale and
I have
I'm
own house.
going back. I'm going to my room.
Yeah, I just say I'm going to my room.
Yeah, all of you just awkwardly have a drink and go, yeah, I'm going to bed. Just like,
I
Yep.
go to sleep and I dream about XP.
yep, you guys go to sleep. I got something for you.
I sleep in my silk.
Yeah, you guys still have you're like lugging around silk. Oh my god.
Half carpet, and I just like, oh, this is quite comfy actually. I
Amos,
just go sleep here.
are you just going straight to the shack?
Yeah.
Alright, you go there. Summer's still not present, but Joffrey is.
It better be.
Joffrey is praying at the altar.
Did he nicely put those rolls down at the corner, like I asked him to?
They're kind of like, they're just like haphazardly laid down over.
Ah,
The place is a bit of a mess actually. You got all your like bedrolls and stuff everywhere.
Slap him to death.
There's a paddling.
And he turns and he goes, he's like, God, like, what took you so long?
I only left 10 minutes after you left.
He said, He, he says, oh, that was way more than 10 minutes. He says, you've been acting weird. Like with those people, why are you being so weird?
Fine, weird.
Like, you actually paid that guy for his shield? You should have just took it from him.
He earned it.
Pfft. Point-eared twat. That's what he is.
And why are you
He says,
a snob?
I'm gonna rise through the ranks of Bane and dominate this whole town. And I thought you were the way to do that. I thought you were.
And guess what?
I thought you were on board.
I'm above you on the ranks. You answer to me before you answer to Bane.
For now, old man.
Wow. I'm not that old.
He just kind of goes like, whatever. I'm going to bed.
Back in my day, the apprentices knew how to respect their masters.
He says, yeah, well, only when their masters are cool. Used to be cool. Even if you were a hard ass.
You know what happened when I was cool? The last time I was cool?
Yeah, I've heard the story. God, you don't have to bore me with that again.
Well, I get reminded daily.
Do you think your dad would approve of you not just taking what you want?
Don't you dare talk about my dad.
He's like, whatever.
At least I knew him.
You don't know anything about me. You don't have to. I'm nobody. I don't have to be anyone. I don't need family. I just need power.
Wow.
Well, it shows that you haven't earned your place in Bane's glorious crusade yet.
We'll see. I'm totally getting XP for today.
Maybe he's gonna visit you in your dreams. Maybe not. Maybe I'll choke you out. Maybe not.
He just walks off to his bedroll, just like tutting and heaving and hawing. Is there anything else you want to do?
No. Not just now, maybe in the morning.
Alright. So, as you guys all take your rest, Callius,
Oh,
as you take a moment of rest after the long, arduous day behind you, you feel something return to you. Your senses more acute, your familiarity with your weapons and technique begin to reform in your muscle memory, as well as a certain survival techniques for surviving in the wilds. You start to remember weaknesses and tidbits about certain terrain and animals, and not only that, you've earned some coin in the process. Perhaps coming to Saltmarsh has already shown its merits, and maybe there's more to relearn for these strenuous experiences, and more knowledge to be gained from exploring what you learnt back at Etlander's library. Welcome to level 2.
yeah.
Amos, as you rest down at your temple for the night, you're visited by dreams of troubling sights, flashes of images.
As a Joffrey.
One showing woods, pushing you ever deeper into the darkness as a canopy blackens the sun, and you hear a long croaking noise. A flash, and you see a sea of dead trees, their roots and bottom submerged in water, and something materializes over the tops. A black fog or smoke, ascends in the distance, forming a shapeless being. Two eyes beam open, not looking at you, but above and past you. As you hear ringing in your ears, the whole world begins to shake. You're awoken by a familiar face, pale white skin, hazel eyes, dark brown, long flowing hair, down atop her deep blue hooded robes. It's summer. And she's like, you just hear like, wake up, oi, wake up, and then cuts to Swash. Swash, you've never seen so much gold in one place, let alone actually owned so much. Sure, it was risky, and you thought the people hired alongside you were dumb and rash for not getting out sooner and pushing their luck. Maybe that's what it is. Some of them are lucky or just tough and stubborn. One thing's for sure, you learned a thing or two getting yourself out there and earned a boatload of cash at the same time. Maybe it's time to set your priorities straight. As you wake in the morning, welcome to level 2. Frida, as you take a moment to contemplate and rest, you think about the people you killed, the loot you found, the smuggler you caught and handed in, and the coin you earned for it. Buy saloon, that's a lot of coin. You get the sense that something about this town and region seems deeply ailed, and it's been a while since you've heard that voice. Perhaps you've been on the wrong path, until now. As you fall into a slumber, a voice pierces the pitch black void, with a gentle calling out of, keep going. Who knows what that means? Finally, Battering. This place seems so alien to you, in the middle of nowhere. The people worship the sea and well are like some kind of backwards pagans. No offense, Judah. And no sign of the influence of no sign of the influence of Bahamut has made the connection with your god. There isn't even a temple where you can practice. At least yet. And the locals give you old stares, some in the streets mumbling and whispering under their breath. Rumours, but you believe yourself righteous and will protect those same people under the crown, no matter what way they look at you. Seems your deeds in the last day or so have strengthened your connection to the benevolent dragon god, but again, it's taken much effort and prayer. Almost as if there's something stifling the Platinum One's power here. Nonetheless, your bond's re-established, and you feel their blessing once more, whether it's used to smite evil or save allies and the innocent. Welcome to level 2!
Pog.
If you guys want to roll your hit points, you can do that now. As you have long rested. Oh, you got, I'll tell you how much XP you got. You got 320 XP each.
Oh, just.
Jesus, man.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
We are big boys.
320, yes.
Look at this
boy.
character mancer level up.
Oh yeah.
Don't.
Don't bother with it.
Yeah, I wasn't going to click on it, I was just curious.
It basically just rolls your XP for you.
Okay,
Oh, fuck that.
so far average rolls. 5 out of 5. Out of 5.
2. Oh, 6. That's pretty good.
All of you rolled 5s.
I don't know if
5
mine
out of
went through or
5 out of
not.
5.
Swash is whispering to me.
Oh, sorry, aye. I found a toggle, so.
Yeah, he rolled a
6.
6. They're pretty average from everyone. 7766. Who's not rolled?
Mine is not showing up, is it?
No. What do you
Oh no. 5 million might just show up. Wait, let me restart roll 20.
Um,
Fuck's sake.
I get a fighting style.
As do I, Pog.
Welcome to the club.
So
Welcome to the life of non-casters.
Yeah.
Or non-druids, shall I say.
So, let's see.
I
If you're already
guess-
paladin, you get a fighting style, spellcasting, and divine smite.
Oh, there we go. Finally all fucking loaded up.
Yeah, I'm guess I'm going
Divine
for
smite.
Mariner, which gives me swimming speed and climbing speed equal to my normal speed plus 1 AC armor class.
Fuck.
Hey, there's a dice.
That's my last one. I just rolled in it.
Can we get? That's right.
So your max HP increases by the value rolled for your hit dice. You guys get to level up. So none of your arcane casters, funnily enough. You're all divine casters, which means you should have access to your entire spell lists up to whatever level spell slots you have. The amount that you can prepare in spell slots equals your spellcasting modifier plus your level in that
Half.
class. Half of your level. Is it?
Round it down.
Yeah.
At least for
Minimum of 1 though.
yeah.
So,
Alright, so I'm probably gonna go for protection
if-
fighting style, I guess.
alright, protection. If you are a paladin, for instance, and you have a +3 to charisma, and you're a level 2 paladin, you should have 4 spells you can prepare a day.
Yeah, I'm going for
You,
this one.
you also get a set amount of cantrips to use. You get 2 cantrips at first level. Oh no, you don't. Wait, how many cantrips do you get?
Paladins don't have cantrips.
Oh shit, paladins have cantrips.
Do I have any cantrips?
Neither do rangers.
No,
Just-
Rangers don't get there. Both half casters.
Oh yeah, rangers
Well-
don't have cantrips.
No Eldritch Blast
Technically-
anymore.
Technically,
No,
I do
I feel
have
naked.
one.
You probably have like a race cantrip or something.
Oh yeah. Well, Rangers don't get them.
Yeah, you just get the 2 spells known, first level, second level,
Feels good,
and
man.
they're 2. Oh yeah, you can only know 2 spells. Oh, rangers are
Yeah.
weird. You don't get access to your full thingy.
Yeah, you have to pick.
Oh.
Are we hunters or are we animals?
Yeah,
Also, you
you
need
just need to decide.
you need to choose
Ask
what
me
your
for choice.
divine focus is.
Me,
I'm
What
sure.
my
about you?
divine focus.
I'm sure. Like, I don't know if rangers.
Yikes.
I don't think rangers are good. Let's see,
No,
spellcasting.
Rangers. You should-
Yikes.
Should read up on how to do Rangers well, because combats gets a bit complicated. There's a class that hits every time and does like decent damage, but you have to like build it for that.
Or just
Yeah, but
do whatever you want. Also.
I get to choose next level,
Yeah.
so I'm not too worried about
I
that
hope we
just now.
don't pick the same fucking class.
You shush. I'll make my character first.
Did you say you're taking the Mariner fighting style?
Yep. Because
Oh
it
my
gives
God.
me +1 AC. I need it.
I think that's only whilst you're in water. Because the defense gives you +1 AC. Whilst you're wearing armor.
Let's have a look,
'Cause
shall we?
Mariner's not in the PHB. You're looking at Geiger's, I'm assuming.
Mariner, as long
Yeah.
as you're not wearing heavy armor using a shield, you have a swimming speed and climbing speed equal to your speed, and you gain +1 to armor.
Well, why would
Yeah,
you?
it doesn't say when you're swimming.
Why would you ever use defense then? That just give you +1 to AC. That seems kind of strong. Let's see.
Wait, you have a swimming speed and climbing speed equal to your speed, and you gain.
I mean,
It
it might be when
doesn't
you're in water.
say.
It's implied, I guess, because it says a swimming speed and a climb. Yeah, no, it says climbing speed as well, actually, never mind. Fuck, I'm saying.
While you're climbing, you have an extra one as well. There you go, there's the wall of text.
Yeah, that's what I put up.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm looking at Ranger now, and even on Geiger's, I'm only seeing the 4 base ones from the PHP.
Yeah. Good old
What
archer.
one?
I'm not seeing.
You pick these at level 4 anyway. So level 3.
No, second level you get fighting style.
No, yeah.
Oh, fighting style,
You're
right.
thinking of like the cup, like.
Yeah, sorry, I'm thinking subclass. I've never really had a decent look at Ranger.
See what I'm gonna do. If I stop sneezing.
Die. You're dying, that's what you're doing.
Oh, we all have a clock over our
Or
head, Isaac.
I guess I could get 2 weapon fighting.
Yeah, I'd say go for one of the base ones, just because I don't. Like, Mariner's not in the PH. I don't know where Mariner's coming from.
Unearth Arcana.
Mariner Fighting Sail. Yeah, Waterborne Adventures, Unearthed Arcana. Let's see. Trial by Combat, blah blah blah. What is this?
Does it say what book it's in? Because I've got all the books.
Unearthed Arcana.
You are the lore master.
I might as well fucking be honest.
Lore.
I'm a total sucker for buying rule books when they're like 20% off or 30% off. I'm just like, ooh.
Does anyone believe you?
Fighting
No.
Sail Mariner.
That better?
Let's see here. I'm just reading this. As long as you're not wearing heavy armor or using a shield, you have a swimming speed and climbing speed equal to your normal, and you gain +1 to your thing. Fighting Sail is a good way to introduce a specific flavor for multiple characters at once in a sea-based campaign. The
Checks out.
the Mariner's AC bonus comes with conditions, but it plays into the restrictions a Mariner must observe to gain a swimming or climbing speed. In addition, a ship-based campaign needs to lend itself to fighters who wield scimitars and daggers who wear light armor. Alright, you can take Mariner if you want. If you want to take Mariner, I'll let you.
Okay, but do I increase my...
Yeah, your AC goes up by 1 as long as you don't wear heavy armor or wear a shield.
Yeah, I'm not.
Damn it.
Mariner is a fighting style you can use. So you took that. Level 2.
Yay, I made it.
Anyone got questions about their shit?
No, I just need to find 2 spells now.
My spells are ready.
What spells you
Shut
got?
up.
Wow, rogues get their cut in action, GG.
Yeah, fuck yeah.
I've got Cure of Instinct.
Good night, everyone.
Mark.
We'll come back tomorrow really quick and really dodgy.
I'm
The
basically
Joffrey level up.
And I guess I'll reveal to you guys the stats.
Oh, yes.
Oh, here we fucking go.
Excellent.
No.
3
Oh
gang.
my god. 3 gag. Throw up your 3s.
Oh, Jesus, man. What the hell? Dex 3. How do you even walk?
Listen, I'm good at walking, I'm just not very fast.
Yeah.
you just
I got
fall
stabbed in,
on-
I got
Oh,
stabbed in
right,
the legs
okay.
an awful once. Listen,
Wait,
That's what was confusing the fucking me. We've got 2 paladins, right?
doesn't
I
your
was like,
negative dex like fuck up your AC?
Your initiative, a -4.
no, if you got a heavy armor, not dependent on AC.
Oh yeah, it doesn't
And not
matter.
dependent on Dex, sorry.
Yeah. Damn, you're lucky you've got that heavy armor.
Checks out, got one.
Paladin Pog.
Paladin Link.
It's got some
Guffed kind of shit.
pretty above average stats. Everybody else
Oi.
is fairly average with the 3s.
It's fine. Everything will balance at the end because we'll just min max.
Listen, I know what I'm doing at level 4.
What are you doing level 4?
Ability score, but improvement. 5 decks, Pog.
Just leave Dex at 3, it's fine.
Yeah, I think I won't. I
Just
don't think I will.
assume that you're going to fail every roll.
Fireball? Pff, that's nothing.
Yeah. Get oh, what's it called? Shield Master, I think it's called. And if you have like area effects with a shield, you can half the
Yeah, I was
damage
looking at
anyway.
that. Yeah.
And then I'll find it.
Anyway, planning too far ahead, we might die there.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, you know.
I have my ways.
As it says, kid gloves are off, boys.
I ain't kick Gloucester off. I'm gonna just murder you if you play shit.
Fucking mystery player in the corner. Who's this?
That's Summer Amos.
Hey, at least it's not an emo.
It's a lot more appealing.
Yeah, Damien.
Looks like they're not gonna like fucking.
Did I spell it wrong? What the fuck?
Oh, K-pop boy.
Oh fucking hell.
I'm
Oh,
just dragging spells into my
Alright,
fucking
okay.
shit, but I don't know if they're going actually in.
We'll check the spells thing.
This Rotan is being a fucking cunt.
Shield Master. If you aren't incapacitated, you can add your shield's AC bonus to your dexterity saving throw you make against spells or other harmful effects. Target only you. And if you're
I think that means something.
I know. I know. If you're subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dexterity saving throw to only take half damage, you can use your reaction to take no damage if you succeed.
no. If.
Yeah, so I know.
If
But think about it, Ethan. How many times will you pass? So
Fucking
that's kind of worth if you do pass.
I need to fucking copy paste this spell into it's not in the compendium. God damn it.
yeah, there's a few of them.
I took a lot of stuff out.
Hellish Rebuke? You get that on Paladins?
Yep. Wait for the next one, mate.
What the fuck? How?
I have no idea. It's
How is that a Paladin spell?
Wisdom.
right because I've got two apps for this. Let me just check the other one as well. See if I'm not doing myself here. 5e spells.
Making sure you're not Jewing everyone. Filters. Right, Paladin. Level 1.
There was a wisdom
You
saving
should
throw against
have Bane, Bless, Command, Compelled Duel, Cure Wounds, Detect Evil and Good, Detect Magic, Detect Poison, Divine Favor, Ensnaring Strike, Hellish Rebuke.
Wait, is that
Hero
this?
Yeah, you do get.
What are you
items
looking
for it.
at?
Huh?
Why are you looking at that?
Oh wait, Ancients in brackets. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Oh, it's probably Oath of the Ancients or something. Oh yeah, you don't get that. So you don't get. What was I saying there? You don't get Ensnaring Strike. You don't get Hellish Rebuke. It says in brackets Breaker. Oath Breaker. You're not an Oath Breaker. And then Hunter's Mark, you only get that if you're a Vengeance Paladin.
Ah, you don't need that. I have that.
So you don't get Hunter's Mark.
I am Isha this game. I am like.
I don't.
You don't get Inflict Wounds because you're not Oath Breaker. You don't
The
get.
one I'm looking at here is Divine Favor, Heroism, Protect from Evil Good, Purify Wood, and Drink, Searing Smite, Shield of Faith. Wait, yes.
That's crazy.
Protection from Evil Good, Purify Food Drink, Searing Smite, Shield of Faith, Thunderous Smite, Wrathful Smite. Damn, Thunderous Smite is cool.
Is it though?
Yeah, I was considering taking it.
Yeah, you're just fucking like
And
blasting.
then you saw it requires dexterity.
Bruh, half of these are not in the compendium. Read.
The compendium shit.
Yeah, because it's SRD.
Yeah. SRD and what's the other one?
I don't know, SRD is just like the open source shit. Open source rules. I think that's
Some
all
of
it
it.
has.
Yeah, OS something I. Open source I. Yeah, basically the same thing.
Anyway, who's still in the process of making their sheets up?
I'm still gonna figure out how many spells I can prepare.
Alright,
I'll manage.
it's basically your charisma modifier plus your paladin level
Half my pad level, so it's 4.
Yeah, you can prepare 4 per day.
Nice.
It's alright.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
How heavy is my silk rolls?
Like, heavy.
Right, so like 15 kilos each?
That's. Do you think 15 kilos heavy?
I don't know. How much does silk weigh? Silk's quite light.
The rolls, they're more like. I would say. They're more like at least 30, 35 kilograms.
Okay, let's
Each.
call it 80 pounds. I just... Oh, I'm over carrying capacity.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm entering the wrong bit. Fucking idiot.
Oh no.
Ignore me.
Yes, we are.
Be.
Let's make sure everyone's sheets are kosher. Oh. Jedda's just the 2 spells she wants to have prepared, just chuck those in.
Did you?
What spells did you get?
What? I get 2 first level spells.
What are you going for?
I'm not telling you.
Oh yeah, I forgot Rangers only get 2.
I'm telling you.
Damn, let's see what you've got. Ah, alright. Classic. Damn, it's so funny that 4 out of 5 you can like heal alright.
And the other one's gonna have lots of health potions.
It's gonna be like, you know, someone goes down, oh don't mind me guys, just gonna heal. He goes down, I'll just heal. Everyone's a healer.
Ish.
Who needs a cleric when we're all clerics?
Yeah.
I need a cleric.
I think with all of us here, I think we make up like 1.5 clerics.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
That's a good number for a party of 5.
Yeah, 1.5 clerics.
We're going for a crusade here.
Days one.
Listen, when we do it, when we get in 5 clerics and call ourselves as Amen.
5
Wait a
clerics, I would fucking abandon the game.
No, you can have. You know, seen the. There was a. I'm sure it was like a post on somewhere on Reddit that was like, how would you run a game with 5? It was like 5 clerics, I think it was. They're like, well, basically, it's now a theological crusade, and you've got to find out which god's most powerful. Fighting each other all the time, and arguing over which god's better.
Oh, that would be murder.
It would be fucking brutal. It would be the most like ridiculously overpowered party ever, though.
Sure
yeah.
would. It's not like the clerics don't have good DPS either. They also deal hella damage.
I know.
And they actually use their bonus actions to cast stuff.
Yeah, when you can find them.
So, are we going to wake up?
Nah.
I'm waiting
Sleeping.
for you guys to finish your sheets.
I'm still sleeping. Hang on.
I'm done.
Alright, I'm gonna urinate. One sec.
Mind going to the toilet first. Someone's just peeing a bottle or something like that. Sick.
Hope I didn't fuck this up.
Well, this should be fine.
Yes.
What's everyone's HPs?
17.
17?
Oh, 19.
19.
I'm at 16.
Solid
You're,
60.
you're 16.
16. I had 9. So, yeah.
I
Is
had
it even
12
everything?
before.
Ethan,
Yo.
did you put down ceremony?
Excuse me.
It's a spell from Xanathar's guide.
Ceremony.
Uh,
No, I don't have it now.
you can wed someone for 7 days.
Alright, so everyone she's
What?
done.
You mean he's gonna pee himself for 7 days?
No, I
I'm
think
putting
it
this
was like-
in.
Did you say wait or wed, Shaman?
Wed.
Oh my god. It's just like, find a dragon, I'm gonna wed you. Just like,
Wait, so I'm basically just a priest. I can officiate someone's wedding for 7 days.
I was
Yep,
away
he's
for
fucked.
10 seconds. What the fuck are you guys talking about?
Joe, tell me about a spell in Xanathar's.
Oh, you're talking about the wedding spell.
Yep.
And you get like advantage for 1,000,000 years for being
Wedded.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. So,
He's just
Ceremony.
gonna marry random people.
Abjuration.
so you all
You perform a special rite religious ceremony that's infused with magic. When you cast a spell, you choose one of the following rites: atonement, something.
Oh, this is a
Bless water,
long
coming of age,
one.
dedication, funeral rite, or wedding.
yeah.
Marriage. You touch adult humanoids willing to be bonded together in
Fuck
marriage.
me.
Oh, I have to be willing, fuck off.
For the next, wait a minute. For the next 7 days, each target gains a +2 bonus to AC when they're within 30 feet of the other.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
Yep.
A creature can benefit from this rite only if they're widowed. Again.
like, it's the 7 days we must fight to the day.
Divorce
Right, so what
hasn't
you're
been
saying is-
invented.
What you're saying is we're gonna hire cannon fodder, basically. At the end of a mission, we kill them. And it's like,
you don't have
we
any
did again.
bards to seduce.
I have charisma of 15, thank you.
We have a wood elf.
I have wisdom.
So, is everyone done their fucking sheets?
Yes.
Jesus.
I'm
Alright,
pretty sure that's all though. I need to double check, but I
Done
think
that ages ago, man. What do you mean?
Yeah. I mean, you just put cunning action, done.
Yep.
Pretty much.
roll hit dice, put kind of action in. I can
Oh, yeah,
dash,
but more
hide, and disengage.
Yeah, you literally just get cunning action. But cunning action is good.
It's fucking brutal, man. I'm gonna hide everywhere.
Bonus action hide. Alright, so, everyone, let's see here. I think I've got custom music coming up next. Whatever, that'll do. You wake up in the morn. Some of you at the empty net, in fact, almost all of you at the empty net, bar one. Emma's been awoken by a belligerent female girl known as Summer. And she's just like, Amos, wake up. Fucking wake up.
Ah,
And she's like,
finally summer.
She's like, can't believe you went on a whole adventure without me, and you brought him? The fuck, bro?
Oh Jesus, another teenager.
How do you know?
Amos is a pedo.
Oh,
Or he just couldn't keep it in his pants.
she doesn't have my eyes.
She is 21.
Uh-huh.
Not pedo confirmed.
She says, as she like waking you up, she's like, oh, you'll never guess what.
What happened?
She goes, watch this. And then she takes
I'm watching.
she takes out a dagger and goes,
Mhm.
are you ready? Are you ready for this? Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yep.
Are you? And then she just stabs herself in the forearm
Ugh.
and goes, ow, fuck. And she just wait. There's more. Then she puts her hand over it, and there's like a dim red glow, and then the wound heals. And she goes, check that shit out.
Nice trick. Where you learned that?
She says, I just learn it. I don't know. It's crazy.
You're improving. At least one of yous are improving. Looking at Joffrey in the corner, he's still rolled up in his fucking bed,
Yeah, he's
like
like
a fucking snail.
actually snoring as well, and he's rolled himself up like a burrito.
Fuck's sake. Ah.
But yeah, you.
Right, Summer. I need you to do something.
What is it, buddy?
Considering that you ran away yesterday,
What? I never
you
ran
got the
away.
dirt work. See those rolls in the corner?
I was
You
gonna
go to the
ask
market
this.
and sell them.
Jeez. What? So you take him out on this big adventure to a spooky house, and you send me to the market to sell shit? Come on, man. Do you not
I will
see this?
teach you a
Look,
lesson
I'll show
not to
you.
run away.
I'll show you again. She stabs herself in the arm again, and then heals it.
I bet you can do it for a third time.
Let me just check. She goes. She squints at you. Goes, how'd you know? But wait, I could do this, and then she holds her dagger up, and then casts light on it, and you just see this bright light emanating from her dagger.
Neat. I got another dagger for you if you want.
You're like cantrips, neat.
Didn't see Joffrey do that.
Oh, you got me a present. You never had to do that. Well, you kind of do actually. Considering, you know, taking Joffrey and not me, but, you know.
Once again, if you didn't run away, you would have been the one coming along.
I wasn't running, I was
Imagine the slaughter you could have had.
I mean, that sounds fun. Did Joffrey kill
Exactly.
anyone?
Himself. Twice.
Of course he did.
Yep, I had to bring him back.
Nah, Joffrey's alright. He's fine. Just takes getting used to.
If you say so.
I could have killed some bitches with this, and she whaps out a flail and starts like flailing it around. And she's, look at this bad boy, and she shows it to you, and it's a nice looking flail, by the way. I've been training non-stop with this. That's where I was yesterday.
In that case, I might just take you on an adventure next time, instead of Joffrey. But for now, you still have the task to go to the market.
Alright, I'll sell your rugs or whatever.
Goods.
How much they worth
We need that
anyway?
money.
Oh, is the money going to the temple? Oh, we're gonna pimp the temple out. Please tell me
We
we
will.
are.
Well,
Gotta commission a new idol or something. Some good shit.
I did find another spot. Abandoned house. Next to the coastline.
What? We're moving the shack?
We might.
How far is that away from town though? Because there's this pastry place I kinda like.
It's not far.
Alright, but like, how far though?
Not far. You could get your pastry.
Alright.
You can get your roll in the morning.
Alright, no need to get defensive. I'm just, it's alright. Anyway, so, sell your rugs, what are you gonna do? You better not go on another adventure with me.
Might do. Expecting some runner coming on. Any second now. Gonna go to the council soon. So better hurry.
Ew, the
Sell the
council,
drugs.
like, they're alright I guess, like, what? I mean, I never took you for the type. It's kinda weird.
They're shady fucks. But there's money.
I know. Are you gonna, like, bend one of them to your will? Or something? Like, that'd be neat.
He's a willy bender.
I don't bend that way.
Are you sure?
Amos C. bent.
See- Not just yet. When the time is right,
Alright.
we will concur them.
Alright, I can see.
Don't worry.
I see, I see, I see. Alright, that's a good start. Get some money, do up the old shackaroo, bend some wills. I'm down.
Armor up.
And Bane has blessed
Gather
them.
some more balls. Yes, and Bane's blasting.
And she kinda dabs.
If she had an inspiration, I would just take it away.
uh, anyway, um, so yeah. What about the rest of you? You guys wake up in the empty net.
I want to try and go to the market.
Well, what are you looking for exactly?
Healing potions?
Okay, so you head to the green market, which in the early morning is actually fairly populated. You go there. Ask around though, it doesn't seem like they have anyone who sells magical wares. But one of them does point you in the right direction. What are the rest of you doing?
I was going to do the same thing.
I'm just
I'm
waiting
gonna
to
tell you
enter.
exactly where I'm going in a second.
Alright. Do you guys go to the market together, or are you kind of like...
Hey. Yeah, I need a hand with this really heavy rolls myself, so somebody give me a wee lift to one of them.
I'll try and carry one.
Yeah, you guys are just sitting like having breakfast or whatever in the morning, and you see Swash struggling with his 2 silk rolls as he walks out.
Do you hand?
Yes. Two hands would be preferable. These ones aren't really that great.
I will help with the other one.
Alright. And you guys all go to the market together. How about Amos? What are you doing exactly?
I wanna go and see Captain Zandros.
Alright. You go to see Captain Zandros, the quartermaster. The rest of you head to Sharkfin Bridge, where right next to it is the green market. Everything non-fish related. Where merchants come in and out of the town, usually coming from either Waterdeep or further north, and traveling through, selling their wares. What is everyone? So firstly, you're trying to sell this silk, I guess.
Yep.
You do see there appears to be some. There's some people dealing in like nice leathers, and like there is like tailors there.
I will go to one of the tailors.
Alright, you bring them to someone who probably knows what they're doing the most. Let's see here. Oh shit, where are we? Oh. So what you see actually, as you go over, you see a small gnomish female with this kind of like sides of her hair kind of shaved but long on the top, kind of dangling down, like big thick ears. Looks like getting on in years, but hard to tell with these gnomish types. And she's there with what looks to be her daughter, very similar looking, just obviously younger. And she says, "Alright."
Hello there, young.
Oh, you flatter me.
How are you today?
Oh, I'm grand.
Good. I'm looking to sell some of my gains in the recent days. I have some silk here. Fine stuff.
Oh, silk. Let's have a look see. And
2 large rolls, very heavy.
as you just plop them down onto like their makeshift desk where they've got kind of a wagon and a horse-drawn wagon in the back. You plop it down. It's a very bustling type of environment. Lots of sort of greenery surrounding the the stone road and leading up to the bridge, and you plop it down, and she brings out a little like almost like a telescope type thing, and puts it and starts looking, and she's like, "Let me just count the threads." And very smoker voice type deal, and she's looking and she's, "Oh, it's very fine there. It's looks like good stuff actually. Well, what do you think, Janda?" And she hands it over. My eyes aren't what they used to be, but that looks good to me. And she just kind of goes, "Yeah, it looks okay, yeah. Um, what were you looking for these fine rolls of silk?"
I was looking for some money.
Oh, do you not have a price or anything in mind?
Well, we'll see how it goes. How much do you think you would be willing to purchase them? They're very fine silk, obviously.
She's you see the older one pipes up, and she goes, "For the two, how about I give you She kind of licks her finger and puts it up to the air, thinks for a second, and goes, "Yes, 60 gold pieces for the lot."
You know what? Call it 70. I'll have a deal.
Make a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Swing.
Yeah.
She goes, kind of grumbles and goes, "It is pretty good, and I suppose I could make those robes I was always wanting to make with those silk. Alright, 70 gold pieces it is."
Done. Take it. Get rid of them. Right. That's fine. 70 gold.
And she goes, alright, Janda, stick it on the wagon." And then you see her struggling with it. She like grabs it, goes like, and she's like,
I help
her.
this gnome, by the way, trying to lift this. You help?
Yeah, I help.
I am preoccupied with counting the money.
Yeah, you just get the money. You just see like Badarin walks over, gives her a hand, and she's like, and then you see the older gnome just turns to her. He goes, "Janda, put your back into it." And then you just walk over, help her. And she goes, "Oh, such a gentleman." And the younger one kind of goes, "Thank you. I appreciate the help."
Just give her a nod.
And yeah, as you load it into the wagon, they're grateful. They hand you your 70 gold pieces. Do you dish it out or do you keep it to yourself?
I just say to them, right guys, we'll see you later. I'll buy you lunch. We'll catch up then, okay? I wander off. Cheers for the
Yeah,
help.
I was already doing my stuff.
Yeah, as you were asking around, Frida, you don't find anyone in the market dealing with magic wares. Magic wares are rare in this universe in general, and potions are no exception. They're counted as like an enchanted liquid essentially. But you are pointed by a local who tells you that the person to see would be the tiefling. They literally, it's like an older woman. She says, "Oh, you should go see that devilish tiefling. She usually deals with that witchcraft." And she's gonna point you in the general direction.
I'll go.
She deals with her shit over there. Just, you should see her, and I wouldn't deal with witches myself, but you know, whatever. I don't judge. As you make your way off. So wait, you're going there now.
Yeah.
What's Badarin and Swash doing?
I was going to go to a different shop and buy stuff, but I'll happily just not bother roleplaying that and just pay, like,
Can we raise Callie's office as well?
Callie is... I don't know, is Callie with you?
He had a power cut.
Yeah, I had a power cut, so Mo is not with us.
Real time and this Callie
Nice.
with
Well, I mean-
us. Bleep bloop. Damn. That's not
I mean, in that case, once fucking Swash gets the money, I just gonna turn to him and say, I'm going back to the golden net. Golden net? The fucking empty net, sorry. Not golden net.
Alright. No worries. As you see, like, Frida just, like, you see her off to the side. Some old lady with grey hair hunched over, kind of long flowing robes, kind of points her off in some direction. And you see her look to you guys and start walking off in that direction. So yeah, you go in that direction. Swash, you want to buy some goods?
Just like healing potions and shit, and some studded armor. That's about it.
Studded leather. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you?
Can I?
I'll tell you. You get told there's no one dealing in armor or weaponry at the market. It's mostly kind of like luxury goods at the moment. But you get pointed, Swash, to a place called Kester's Leather Goods. It's a
Ooh,
tannery.
sounds like my kind of place.
Yep, you get pointed to the tannery. And you get pointed to the Tiefling Witch. So, I guess we'll deal with Swash's first just real quick. You pop in, you see a place called Kester's Other Goods. It's run. As you walk in, you see a female. She has long wavy brown hair, light brown sun-kissed skin, deep green eyes, big smile and pearly white teeth. Seems very high energy, and you see her currently working on some hide. And as you walk in, she just looks at you and starts dealing with you. She tells you her name's Kiorna Kester.
You're not Kester.
Yep. As you look around, you see this entire tannery is full of like very smooth, colourful leathers.
But say that again. That was kind of weird.
Oh, you see, as you look around the tannery, you see that the leathers are all smooth and very colourful. Like all sorts of colours, all sorts of shapes, sizes, different kinds of hides. Not just leather, like alligator type scaly leather, like crazy ass leather that you've never seen before. Stuff made of like weird skin that still looks kind of wet, and you're like, okay. But you come in, she's like, oh, how's it going? And she kind of asks you like what you're after and stuff.
What you got? I was looking for studded leather, but this looks interesting. I pick up some like alligator skin.
Yeah. She says, oh, I can stud that alligator leather for you. Oh, up in a jiffy.
Aye. And is it any better than normal cow?
She says, well, it'll definitely last you longer and it'll resist the stabs more.
Ah, that sounds pretty decent. How much?
She says, let's see here. What does she say? Just to get through this real quick. She says, oh, for the alligator studs, which, mind you, resists that stabby stab, that would be, I'll call that 70 gold pieces.
70 gold.
Be back.
Aye, okay, I'll do 70 gold.
He's on the phone.
She says,
It's me.
as she's like, I could, she's like, I could have this studied up for you in no time. Just give me, just under an hour.
Ah. Grand, I'll come back then.
Yeah. And she says, might I ask, why you would need such a sturdy armor?
Well, to stop getting stabbed, of course.
Well, yeah, but, you know, Saltmarsh isn't the most violent place ever, is it?
I tell you what we were doing yesterday, though. We had to go to this little abandoned manor, just about an hour, 2 hours outside of Saltmarsh, about, a few miles down south.
Oh, I've heard the tales,
South of course.
Haunted,
Yeah.
if I remember
Well,
correctly.
haunted, yeah. Bandits. smugglers.
Is that
So
all? So not haunted?
there was a skeletal alchemist.
Wait, so you're wait, are you the adventuring type?
Uh, just the
Whoa, whoa,
one
whoa,
so
whoa, whoa,
far.
whoa, stop, stop, stop. Let me stop you right there. I've got a proposition for you. Just bear with me
Yeah.
1 second. And she like brings out some interesting leather. She looks you like shows you kind of around all these interesting leathers and stuff. She goes, see some of these leathers, hard to come by, just like that alligator skin. That comes from a giant alligator, by the way. And
Yes.
uh, I pay good money for any intact.
Fuck's sake.
I know, I can't fucking concentrate. I can't fucking finish
And
my
you.
sentence.
Right, whoever the fuck's banging, shut the fuck up, and whoever the fuck's logging in and out, stop it as well.
I concur. Anyway, she's like, if you come across any creatures out there in the adventure in Wales, anything with some interesting hides, let's just say, bring it to me intact, and I will pay a very fine fee for it.
Oh, okay.
And spread the word if you have any adventuring friends. Yeah, I know how
I'll
you types
definitely do
travel
so.
in groups and come in and out of Saltmarsh, and even if you're only around for a couple of days, please, any monsters that you feel like skinning, skin those, bring them to me.
Okay.
And I
Sounds
could
good.
also, obviously, for a bit of a fee, a premium, I could fashion them up for your own use if you need it. Just like this giant alligator skin I'm gonna stud for you.
Yeah.
Alright,
That sounds pretty decent. Good. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah.
yeah. So you go away, and for the sake of brevity, you come back in an hour. She hands you the studded alligator leather, which is studded leather plus resistance to piercing.
Oh, wow. Sweet.
Wow.
Holy fuck, are you on
Is
your
that-
phone?
Yep.
God damn.
Jesus.
So
Right,
loud.
Guess
I've been
what?
on my phone for the last 3 weeks.
That's good for you.
Alright.
Your phone sucks.
It's an iPhone 6, thank you. I've not upgraded in years.
Funnily, Frida, you walk into
Yeah.
the place you were pointed to, which... Where is that again? Where the fuck is it? Ah, here it is. Number 7. Okay, it's on the western part of town. So yeah, you have to cross over the Sharkfin Bridge and go to the other side. As you walk in, you see, you hear the door click open again and a little bell clang into this establishment. And behind you is a Amos, arriving just after you did.
Hello?
Hi.
And then you just hear, well, what do we have here, darlings?
Well, I was looking for healing potions. I've been told you might have some.
Well, if you're gonna find any healing potions, I'm probably the one selling them. Nothing a bit more interesting, though? Potions are so drab and droll.
Well, we could start with that.
Very well. I have a few potions. How many do you need?
I would like to.
Oh, I can muster 2. And you see, what you see, just for you, I guess I can bring like a token in for you to see. This is what you see. Ooh. A red
She's-
tiefling with these curled horns and long purple hair.
She thick.
So it's Iron Veer female version.
Yeah, she's kind of wearing like
better.
this green vest with like no sleeves and kind of these like baggy trousers, and you hear like little like, and you look up and see like Up on one of the shelves is this little impish creature.
Interesting.
Yeah. And she says, a couple of healing potions. How potent.
What do you have?
She says, what does she have? Let's have a look. She says, I have your standard healing, or a little bit greater healing.
Not normal healing?
Very well. I sell these for about 60 gold apiece.
60?
Yes.
What about a trade?
Well,
If you give them to me for 100 both, I'll give you these. And I'll take out my crystal,
crystal what?
the crystal bubble that I found in the house.
She says, is it magical or enchanted?
I don't know.
Let
You are the expert.
She says, let me have a look. And she takes it. And you see, as it's in her hand glows a deep purple color and then fades as her eyes also glow purple at the same time. And she hands that back to you and says, this has no value to me. I only deal in magical and enchanted items. I procure and sell and buy all sorts of magical equipment.
Is there anything you can do with this one?
And now I'm not here to identify all of your items. If you wish to trade,
Well-
I will trade.
Well, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna trade it to you if it's any value.
Very well. That's... what do you have?
The crystal bubble.
She's already looked at it and is not interested.
Why, she doesn't want it?
No, she handed you it back and was like, yeah, it's not enchanted, don't want anything to do with it, bro.
I'll show you the jacket.
She says that bubble is not even a spellcasting focus, it's a rather bland. What do you hand her?
The jacket.
She doesn't even take it from you, she says,
Oh, for fuck's
do
sake.
not
Come on,
think
you're
so."
dressed in green. It would go well with your outfit. Yes.
Make a persuasion check, I guess.
20.
What the fuck?
She says, let me see that. And she starts she grabs it and looks at it and says, this is not an enchanted piece of equipment, but you are right, it's very nice, and I could purchase this from you.
So, how much would you say?
She says, oh damn, fuck, where's 22? She says, damn, she says, it's nice, it is not that nice, I'll give you 10 gold, no more.
What about 25?
No,
20?
no, 5 gold.
Nah.
Very well, take it back.
Yeah, I'll do that. Okay, I'll give it 120 for the 2 healing potions.
Yep, you have 2 healing potions, and she looks to you, Amos, and what about you? Interested in any magical items?
Indeed, Captain. Just the usual.
And what is the usual, exactly?
Just a healing potion.
Right. You're very bland.
Oops.
And she says, alright, 60 gold it is.
60 gold is.
You pay the woman. She gives you a wink as she hands it to you.
I'll wing back.
For your blindfold, eh?
Yep.
She says, how
Muscle
quaint.
memory.
Interesting.
Pleasure as always.
Remember, if you ever want work procuring items for me, I always have work going.
Was gonna ask. Anything nearby? Do you need scavenged for you?
Hmm. Let's see. She says, I have been tipped off on something peculiar. You see, there was some adventuring types in town not but a week or so ago. One of them wielded a very interesting item, and he has not returned from their skirmish out into the wilderness. I was very interested in this item. She says, God damn, so many tabs, so much info, god damn it. One note.
Sponsored by One Note.
Sponsored.
Jesus, Andrew.
She says,
Hashtag ad.
yes, apparently there was a group, you know the types, 4 of them. Someone who could wield the sword, another who could wield the book and cast spells, and one of those wilderness types, and finally, the most important, a paladin of Palor, actually. My sources tell me his name is Sir Bradford, and he is one of those dragon people, actually.
We're back on the PC.
Damn. She says, she says,
Damn.
he's one of those dragon folk, and he wielded a sword. A sword I knew of. You know me, very knowledgeable about these things. A sword named Shatterspike. Yes, he would not part with it. But like I said, they went on a skirmish out east. And
How far do you know?
well, they were talking about some old tales, a hoard of treasure and the hopes of finding it. Apparently into some woods. I'm not sure whether it was the drowned or the dread. I think the paladin had something personal to settle there. Speaking of, I have heard there is another dragon person new to town.
Yep.
You wouldn't know anything
They'll
about
multiply
that,
like
would you?
flies. I've actually met that other lizard folk, yes.
He is not lizard folk guy. My sources are reliable. He is a dragonborn, as they're called.
In my eyes, everyone is the same.
You know what? Let's not get into it. Anyhow, if you were to retrieve this Shatterspike sword for me, I would pay you a nice sum.
Or perhaps trade for something that you may have.
I could trade you of a magical item of equal value, or if you have something of equal value you wish for me to seek out, you could keep me on a 50 gold retainer, and I, in a week's time, will do my best to retrieve something of the sort for you. My services are always up for that, and I will trade equally and fairly.
And why do you need this paladin sword so much?
Um, why?
Other than that it's magical.
I am a quartermaster and broker of magical items. I buy and sell. Imagine Pawn Stars, but for magical items.
Understandable.
And you just hear the little imp, like, clanging some pots or something in the back, falls, and she just goes, like, ah, the fool. Anyways, business. What do you say?
I'll accept. I cannot give you a time when I will be back with the sword, but if I head east, I'll keep that in mind and try and track down that dragon person.
Yes, I mean, perhaps they still live, but it has been between. It's almost been 2 weeks. It is not that far, perhaps a day or so travel there, from what I hear.
Hmm.
If you give me some time, I can perhaps broker some more information and find out closer to where they were. From what I hear, they were apparently following the river of... Fuck. One note, don't fail me now.
River of
Shit, what's
the
the river
river?
called? Oh yeah,
I'll tell you,
Kingfisher.
Kingfish.
Yeah, she's like, apparently they were to follow the Kingfisher River eastward.
Hmm. I might be back for more information, or I might just send one of my apprentices to do that for me.
Well, let me tell you, that could mean certain death for your apprentice if the party of four hardy adventurers with a magical sword in tow have not returned from this skirmish, but who am I to say such things? This is your lives to play with, not mine.
He'll live. If he dies, he dies.
Oh, how devilish of you. I like it.
Once again, appreciate business doing with you.
If you're stumped, perhaps speak to Ferin Castelier. He may know more.
And where can I find him?
Well, he is the old halfling, the little nature boy of the Sea Grove. Right next to the temple, you know the one. You're a pious man. And she gives
Right
like a
next to the
very like condescending like smile, forced.
Yep, I know exactly which temple.
Yes, the temple.
That's perfect. That is all my business just now.
Very well.
See you in a few days.
Oh, you're leaving town now to pursue this?
No? Perhaps.
I appreciate the gusto. And maybe I will give you a little bonus for a timely return of the item. You know, Procan forbid they have fallen. And she says in a very like sarcastic way. But you know how these things go.
I know.
Anyway,
I'll track that down whenever I can.
if that is all. Oh, you would not like to see my selection for the week? Special offers?
Sure.
She shows
Was-
you guys what she's got. Do. She shows you she has, over here I have this special dust. And she holds up a pouch and she says, "This is the dust of disappearance. Douse yourself in the dust and you become unseeable for a time. This is probably the cheapest thing I have this week."
How much?
Oh, I will sell it for 75 gold.
And how long does it last?
She says,
Are we talking seconds or minutes? Maybe hours.
she says, this lasts, she says, well, you and every object within 10 feet of you will become invisible for a few minutes, give or take.
I'll take it.
Oh, very good. 75 gold, please.
And please let me know if you have any magical weapons at your disposal.
Well, the thing about that, young Amos, is if you have me on the retainer, I will certainly keep all the items that I bring in on a weekly basis for you. However, my retainer is quite costly.
50 gold pieces, did you say?
Yes, 50 gold pieces for a week, and you have the pick of the litter when it comes to items, and I can even, if there is a specific item you seek, I can see what I can do with my network and try and obtain it for you.
This powder will do just now.
Very
Well,
well.
I'll get back to
Yes. Do you not want this bag of beans?
Are they magical beans?
Oh, are they magical? Yes. I am kind of messing with you though, because they are very, very expensive.
They grow a big, big bean plant that goes up to the sky and you find the giant.
Oh no, nothing so droll as that. It can do everything and anything.
You should not make a sight joke. This is the time.
Anyways,
Anyway, don't have the budget for the beans just yet.
probably not.
Or for your services.
The last thing I do have is this very nice DOS flute, an instrument of the bards.
Huh.
You do not look like the musical type though, so perhaps not.
Well, I do need to pleasure one of my senses. And now that I can see, I'm actually a member of the opera.
What?
They call me the fan.
She says, well, let me tell you, this flute allows you to channel the spells through it, of course, providing you can play the thing, and it will, let's just say it has an assortment of abilities tied to it.
Appreciate it.
You can use it to
As I said.
fly, go invisible, levitate, speak to animals perhaps.
And how much is that?
Oh, it's for you. I say 290 gold.
Hmm. Just out of budget. When I bring the sword back,
Oh, there's
I might be.
no guarantee I will still have this. I'm sorry. These things come and go very often.
In that case, if you have it, you have it. If not,
Very well. I will let you go now. I understand you are busy. And you too, young lady. And then the imp just like jumps up on her shoulder and like kind of rees at you guys like.
Okay, I'll wave and I start to back out the door.
a bow and lead.
Alright. So what is everyone doing?
I want to buy arrows.
Sitting in the empty net.
Oh my god, Discord's fucked.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Impossible.
Oh.
There we go.
Oh. Fuck.
Maybe? Alright, that works. Alright, so what's everyone doing? Empty net?
I'm in the empty net. Just chilling.
Alright.
I'm gonna go buy arrows, Jordan.
Alright, you buy arrows. How many do you want?
How many can my quiver hold?
20.
I'll buy 7 then.
Alright, bye, Jello.
That's enough for her. She's like, I've got my quest.
You'll buy 7. Let's see. I don't know, dude. Give me a gold.
Wow.
Oh, oh,
Actually,
Jordan.
5 silver.
5 silver, I'll do that.
There you go.
I got 7 arrows, guys. Wow.
You gotta buy.
Oh yeah, I need to buy arrows also.
How
So
many?
yeah, the other two things I was going to look for is arrows and healing potions.
Alright. You get pointed to Captain Zendros.
Yeah.
How many healing potions do you want?
How many she got?
2.
I'll have two. How much each?
Oh,
60
some
gold
bitch.
each.
How much?
60.
60.
Yeah.
Okay then.
And you meet this figure as well, and you know, she'll talk shit with you. You get the gist.
Yes, I do.
For how many hours do you want?
I'll take another quiver of 20.
1 gold.
One goldie.
I'll tell you one other thing I'm looking for, Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
A woodcutter's axe.
Okay. Uh, you probably get one at the general goods store or something, I guess.
Yeah.
Woodcutter's axe. Alright. Just a straight up axe.
Cool.
Alright. That would be 5 silver.
How would make me deal with this converted? It's a straight up axe. Right.
Yep, woodcutter axe, 5 silver. Alright, anyone doing anything else right now?
No.
As you make your way to the empty net, hold on. Actually, I'll just keep this music on. Actually, Willa, what's next? Yeah. As you make your way through towards the empty net, who would be first? Badarim. Badarim, your attention stopped outside of the town hall when you see a kind of people trying to walk past this group of sort of middle to older. That's not the right music. Yeah, whatever. You see this group of like middle to older aged peeps, and these women are pleading with everyone around them. It catches your ears, and you hear them. They're like, "Please, by Brucan, save the younguns. They were caught in the outskirts of town. Someone has to do something." And you see, like, there's a couple of guards gathered nearby, and they're kind of paying mind. And they're like, "Please, by the gods, get Etlander, get the whole forces out there." And
I reckon I'll walk out then and go to the fucking see what's the problem.
as you go over, you see there is a small crowd kind of gathered around outside the town hall. And she's like, "By the gods, we don't have time to make a posting and put it on the Hull Watchtower. We have to have action now. The younguns have gone missing." And yeah, you see this group about four. Actually, is it 4 or 5? Four women, and they're all pleading that their children have been captured. They say, "It's those filthy frog folk. We have to kill them now. They snatched them up from the edge of town. They don't usually come this far south. Please, by Procan, help us, won't you, guards?" And one of them eyes literally meet yours, Ethan.
Slow down. Details. What's going on?
The young ones, they were just playing on the outskirts of town, bordering the marsh, and they don't usually come this far. I don't know why. They just leapt out of nowhere, seemingly out of the mud, grabbed the young ones and took them off, snatched them up, and they're gonna eat them if we don't act now. And she's like, starts grabbing and shaking the other guards. You kind of like try and like calm them down and push them away.
What direction? Where'd they go?
To the marshes in the north.
Alright, very well. I'll do my best. I need to wait for my companions, I suppose.
Praise the gods, the town guard are not useless.
I can look at the other guards. She says that.
They look at you and say, one of them, you see two human blokes, they look hungover. And they're kind of like looking at you going, do you want to like call this in, or do you want to report this?
Technically, I'm not on shift yet. I'll leave that to you.
Alright, tell you what. Wait, I don't know you. Who are you?
I'm new. Corporal Galrier.
Oh,
arrival from
Corporal.
Winter.
Alright, well, sir, we'll report the issue. And he kind of looks at the
Yes,
other one,
well.
and he's like, they look like it's like their first day on town guard or something, and they're like, yeah, we'll do that, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Go to the barracks.
on it.
Speak to Sim.
Yes, sir. And they kind of like, they don't rush. They kind of half-heartedly jog off to the west.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, they're, and yeah, the girls are just pleading with you. Please, they're young'uns. Those frog folk, they'll eat anything.
It's okay. The guards will do something. If I don't hear that they've gone, I will go myself.
Oh, praise Procan, praise Procan. And
And
yeah.
I'll go back to the internet and see if anyone's turned up.
I'm there. I would probably be there by now.
Yeah, pretty much. Unless Amos, what's Amos doing?
Going to the internet.
Yeah. So
After the potion.
basically you'll arrive. Everyone but Amos is there, and then Amos will arrive like shortly after you. And then like
People-
as you arrive, Kreb just like, "Hello, drink." And
No, thank you.
you see just like the seedy underbelly of Saltmarsh are all like gathered around. It's not as busy as it was the day that you arrived, because it seems like people are waiting for everything to die down a bit. But there's a few seedy folks and they're kind of whispering, and as you all enter, they kind of like shift away to the corners of the establishment as Kreb just stands there, arms crossed.
Alright. Wait, so who's it there? It's just Swash, yeah?
Everyone,
Oh, is it
everyone,
Everyone?
except Amos, who arrives like shortly after you.
Alright. There's been an incident. There was a commotion outside. Children have gone missing on the north part of the town. They were snatched by something.
Wasn't me.
Something.
That's good to know. Thank you, Amos.
Something what?
I don't know. It was
Look at Elias.
some kind of something folk. I'm not familiar with them.
And he just goes, I didn't take them either.
Also, thank you, Callius. I'm pleased to know it wasn't you.
I wanna
Thanks, man.
check it.
In any case, the guards have been alerted, but I don't trust the two idiots that were there. I'm going to go myself. If you come
Well,
with,
that's
it's up
your
to you.
kind.
It's my first day here, and I've already outranked them.
I want to check it out.
I appreciate you coming with me.
Okay,
Anyone
let's
else?
go. Let's go.
Oh my god, we're going
to slay.
I did try out my new armor. Like it.
I actually didn't notice that. Wow, what is that?
Yeah, I'll start walking to the north
Big lizard.
while they're talking.
Like
Big lizard.
him, lizard? Did you kill his father?
No.
He's gonna stare at Amos.
You can never be too sure.
Shake my head and I walk out.
Oh, you sent Summer to sell the silk, right?
Hmm.
Okay, so she's not with you. Alright. Oh, and also, as you were like trying to go, I've totally forgot, but they would have tried to do this. Even the old ladies were trying to like, I say old ladies, like they're like moms.
The moms.
They were trying to hand you like their jewelry and everything they could muster, like.
I firmly reject it.
Yeah, I assume so. But they were like trying to like, oh please, help! This is everything we own of value, and they were like, trying to like push it onto you, and it probably amounted to about at the most 30 gold worth of shit.
No, well, I didn't take it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. No worries. So wait, are you all going?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm
adventure.
running
Gotta fight the
ahead.
buggy bugs.
Nah, hey, stop cheating.
I know what frog people are.
Yeah, so you guys muster your shit together. Second day here for some of you, and already off saving the citizens once again, and that's where we'll end it for now.
Yay!
Whoops.
Alright.
Alright. Don't be so keen.